Benson for the point.
Back to better through the block and down.
He'll go. Active pass. He'll look to fire deep and intercepted. Stretchy diving. He's in.
Halsted Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a good evening, everyone. Welcome to our coverage tonight on yourliveevent.com from Dale Scholarwood Athletic Complex. It's Section 8AA football action as the number 3 seed Hawley Nuggets come in with a 4-4 record into the playoffs, hosting the number 6 seed in 8AA, the Frazee Hornets. in with a record of 2-6. You wipe away the records, though, you wipe away the rankings, and you just get out here and play some football, because it doesn't seem to matter when it comes to playoff time how the teams are ranked, what their records were during the regular season. It's a whole new season and really a whole new look for both of these teams that we're going to talk about here tonight as well, with a lot of mix and match and a lot of shuffling they've had to do throughout the last week with injuries and other circumstances they've had to come through here in the last 6 days. Welcome to the broadcast. Great to have you with us. Kurt Fillion with the broadcast call. I'll have Nathan Stoa back with me here tonight for some color commentary, and we will have a chance to get in touch with the head coach of the Nuggets here, Peter Nats, and chat about the game here tonight in just a bit. We'll take a look at the playoff picture as well to see how it's looking in terms of the bracket for you in 8AA. And also, we'll talk about our starting lineups here tonight. It's the Hawley Nuggets hosting the Frazee Hornets in the first round of the Section 8AA football playoff with YourLiveEvent.com and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. We're back with more from Dale Scholarroot Athletic Complex in Hawley right after this.
Harvest is more than the act of reaping what you've sown. It's the culmination of months of hard effort, along with a few weeks of working 24/7 to bring the crop in. At Sesvanderhof, we're continuously working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature, so that you can end each harvest on a high note. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sesvanderhof, a passion that grows.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With over 950 students, the Hawley Public Schools strive to provide a personalized learning experience for each and every one of their students to be the best that they can be. The lessons taught at Hawley Public Schools will stay with students not just throughout their academic career, but through adulthood as well. For more information about the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook at Hawley Nuggets. Good luck, Nuggets, from the Hawley Public Schools.
Cleveguard Apartments, with locations in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead, wish all the area teams the best of luck. Cleveguard Apartments, with locations and apartment complexes in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead. Also with self-storage and commercial rental space in Ada. Cleveguard Apartments. Call Mark at 701-866-7794. Best of luck to all the area teams from Mark and Geraldine at Cleveguard Apartments, with locations in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead. 701-866-7794.
Ag Country offers a wide range of internal growth. If you have a goal in mind and you put your mind to it, your successes can be endless.
There are so many jobs within this company that you can rotate into.
I like challenges. Ag Country gives me challenges.
Yeah, Ag Country is a great place to work. There's plenty of flexibility. You're never tied to your desk. There's a team here that is always there for you.
Yeah, grab your role and run with it. And always be aware of the opportunities because they're in front of you.
In the months of preparation for spring planting, all through the growing season and into the long days of harvest, the team at AgriMax is here to help farmers around the Red River Valley with a complete array of services and products. From seed sales to custom aerial and ground application, crop protection products, and more, AgriMax will help reach every producer's goal: peak profitability. Contact AgriMax in Fisher, Minnesota today at 218-891-2211 or online at agrimaxllc.com.
You may read articles that attempt to predict market conditions and returns, but these are impossible to predict. At Bighorn Financial Services, we work hard to educate our clients during the retirement planning process while providing you with a customized strategy that aims to suit your needs. We work hard to give you the confidence you need as you look to the future. Now is a great time to review your accounts, and we'd love to help you along the way. Call me, Kurt Fillion at Bighorn, to set up an appointment. 218-444-8894. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA and SIPC.
For the best selection in new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, stop by Christian Motors, your Chevy and GMC dealer, Highway 32 North in Fertile. With one of the biggest, best selections around and the most competitive prices, it's worth your time to stop and visit the guys and let them put you in a new vehicle. Check out the selection online at christianmotors.com or stop by the lot in Fertile. proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer. It's Christian Motors in Fertile.
Community Co-op provides energy solutions. Farm fuels, lubricants, propane, natural gas are all available to farms, homes, businesses from Community Co-op. They enjoy working with their customers to meet your fuel and energy solutions. Call 1-888-935-2281 for farm fuel pricing, contract programs, farm lubricants, propane pricing, and delivery for farm, home, business, and natural gas service. Community Co-op appreciates the business of all current and new customers.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you.
Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
Rock Solid Concrete. Give them a call at 701-238-4523 to get a free estimate on all your concrete projects. Services provided are, but not limited to, decorative stamp patios, decorative stamp sidewalks, new and replacement driveways and sidewalks, garage, shop, and shed pad floors, and residential and commercial flat work. They would love to sit down with you and find a plan that works best for your projects. Call Rock Solid Concrete at 701-238-4523.
We're back here on our pregame show getting set for Section 8 AA football playoff action tonight on yourliveevent.com with R&J Broadcasting Incorporated as the Nuggets of Hawley come in the 3 seed in 8 AA, hosting the number 6 seed tonight, the Frazee Hornets. Had a chance to catch up with the head coach of the Hawley Nuggets, Peter Natz, earlier on tonight to talk about tonight's matchup. Playoff time has arrived. Peter Natz, head coach of the Nuggets, joining us here as we enter into round number 1, hosting the Frazee Hornets, a team that's part of the section, but a team you haven't seen this year. So kind of a brand new opponent you get to open up with here tonight.
Yeah, and the only thing that they've seen on us is the same that we've seen on them, and that's just a couple days worth of film. And when you get to this time of year, it's survive in advance, and otherwise you got to pack up and put your stuff away in a couple days. So we know we have our hands full. We're down a whole bunch of kids tonight, but we feel like what we have will be good enough to take care of things tonight if we take care of the ball. If we let the ball go, give them a couple free opportunities, we might be in for a tough night.
And like we've seen throughout this season, too, the benefit that you have in this aspect is you've had some decent balance, too. I mean, guys that have come in off the bench and really didn't miss a beat. A nice game for your freshman Jack Ames last week and the loss to Barnesville. But still, you got guys like that can come off the bench, and I'm sure the coaching staff, that makes you feel a little more confident coming into a game like this.
Well, yeah, it does. We do have plenty of experience, but we're not very deep right now. And Jack's experience is one game, and putting a freshman in a tight spot like this as a starter in a playoff game in his second game is a big deal. We wouldn't ask him to do it if we didn't think he could. We gotta just make sure that we're steady and not rushing and not making him think too fast, just because he doesn't have the experience with these faster, older kids just yet. But our coaching staff has done a great job. I was kind of out of the loop most of the weekend, and they did a nice job of putting a game plan together. And we had a good practice yesterday. It wasn't clean and crisp, but it was a good practice. So it's I trust our coaching staff wholeheartedly with whatever they feel that we need to do at any time. And that's how it's been all season long too, and just got a great bunch of guys to work with, and hopefully what they were able to do and prep for over the weekend is enough for tonight.
As far as getting ready for the game too, a lot of shuffling that you've had to do. How have the players responded to that? I mean, has it shaken their focus at all, do you feel, or no?
No, I don't think so. I think it's tightened it up a little bit, actually. Even though we weren't crisp and sharp last night, they walked off the field and we were talking at the end. They were on. You could tell that their minds were in the right spot just by looking in their eyes. There wasn't any dinging around, anything like that. So they know what it's like. They know what time of year it is, and they know it's you win or you go home. And going home right now, we're not used to that here. That's only happened a few times where we get sent home early over the last 20-some years. So we're hoping for good things tonight. We hope the kids that we have play well, play hard, and are able to complete their assignments. And if we can do that, I kind of like where we're at. But with Frazee, you got a wild card too. They got tough kids there. They always do. They're young. And if a young team gets a little momentum and just a little bit of confidence, that can snowball really quick for them and put us in a bad situation.
And I know that they're kind of in a similar situation as you guys in terms of injuries and players having to shuffle around. But like you say, this is a team that, despite only a couple wins this year, their losses aren't, they're pretty tight, other than maybe one game.
Their losses are a lot like our losses were.
Yeah.
Played solid, played against good teams, just had a hard time scoring in a few games. And we were kind of chatting about that earlier. That's kind of what it is. It's two very similar teams. We maybe had a couple of opponents that were weaker than theirs were. That's why we've got a couple more wins than they have. But we can't take this team lightly. They're, like I said, they're young. But as soon as the young team gets a little bit of confidence, things can start to really snowball against you. And we really can't afford to have that happen tonight if we want to extend our season.
Should be a fun one tonight, Coach. Appreciate the time. Good luck tonight.
All right. Always, man.
That was Peter Nats, head coach of the Hawley Nuggets, joining us here on our pregame show as they get set to do battle with the Frazee Hornets here tonight, live from Dale Scholarwood Athletic Complex. Winner moves on to play another day. That would be Saturday afternoon against Pelican Rapids, who is the number 2 seed in Section 8AA. And the loser will be done for the year. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more. We'll take a look at that playoff bracket for you and see how things are looking on the road to that section championship, which would be the following Friday, November 5th at the Fargo Dome. We'll be back with more from Hawley after this on YourLiveEvent.com with R&J Broadcasting Incorporated.
Harvest season is here, and that means making sure you receive the best uptime for your investment. Genuine AGCO parts from Norman County Implement keeps your equipment running throughout this harvest season and all season long. You get the guaranteed fit and performance that only AGCO parts can deliver. Norman County Implement will keep you going this harvest season with their parts and a service. Thank you for your business from Norman County Implement, Highway 9 North Ada, your authorized AGCO parts dealer.
In the months of preparation for spring planting, all through the growing season and into the long days of harvest, the team at AgriMax is here to help farmers around the Red River Valley with a complete array of services and products. From seed sales to custom aerial and ground application, crop protection products, seed conditioning, crop scouting and consulting, research and crop insurance, AgriMax will help reach every producer's goal, peak profitability. Contact AgriMax in Fisher, Minnesota today at 218-891-2211 or online at agrimaxllc.com.
This is Chris with RDK Enterprises. We have all heard of supply chain issues and the challenges they bring. As the demand for planting equipment increases, we are trying to be as proactive as possible. RDK has secured a supply of precision planting products and maintenance parts for your planter, hopefully minimizing some of these supply chain issues. If you are planning any upgrades, repairs, or maintenance, give us a call. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
The Rough Grouse Roadhouse is located just east of Island Lake, across from Mershman's Taxidermy. The Roadhouse invites you to stop in before or after the game to eat or just come in and socialize with family and friends. They also have weekly food specials. Just go to their Facebook page and see what their special of the day is, or call 668-2111. Supporting the area students in the classroom as well as in all their extracurricular activities. The Rough Grouse Roadhouse, 5 miles south of Langby on County Road 4.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
Harvest is more than the act of reaping what you've sown. It's the culmination of months of hard effort, along with a few weeks of working 24/7 to bring the crop in. At Sesvanderhof, we're continuously working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature, so that you can end each harvest on a high note. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sesvanderhof, a passion that grows.
Back here in our pregame show for 8AA football action. It is the playoffs kicking off here tonight with a 6 o'clock kickoff. The number 3 seed Hawley Nuggets hosting number 6 Frazee Hornets. Again, the winner moves on to play at 2 o'clock in Pelican Rapids this coming Saturday, October 30th. As far as the other side of the bracket, it's the number 4 seed Warroad hosting number 5 Crookston tonight, also a 6 o'clock kickoff. Winner of that will get the number 1 seed, the Barnesville Trojans, also on Saturday at 2 o'clock. Championship for 8AA football will be at the Fargo Dome Friday, November 5th. 8 o'clock is going to be the kickoff, the late kickoff for that one. And just so you are aware, if the Nuggets can win these couple of games here, this one, and also if they'd move on to Saturday and win, we would have the game live streamed here on yourliveevent.com over at the Fargo Dome for the section championship. So here we are tonight. I got to take it one game at a time, and Frazee is an opponent that the Nuggets have not seen this year. In fact, Frazee has only faced 2 section opponents this year, and both of them losses for the Hornets. With me here tonight, once again, back on the mic is Nathan Stoa, and I tell you what, Coach, it's been an interesting year for these guys. They've done some really nice things, have the Nuggets that we've seen throughout this season. A lot of improvements, but tonight might be a little bit more of a challenge with having to shuffle around a few players here and there.
Yeah, there'll be some shuffling going on, but I think what they've gone through this year, they've had to shuffle throughout the year at different times, and that gives them opportunity to see who's next up at different spots. And, you know, the biggest thing about the regular season, doesn't matter what sports you're in, it's how prepared for the playoffs are you. They're coming in at 500, but it's been a really brutal schedule, and you look at the losses, there isn't a loss to a bad team on the Hawley schedule, and they took care of business in the games that they should have won. So it's they're battle tested right now, and it's time for this large group of seniors that's been out there for the last 2+ seasons to put it together for a playoff run.
Nuggets have only faced 2 section opponents as well. That was week 3 against Crookston, a victory 41-19, and a loss to end the regular season. That was last Wednesday that you saw here on yourliveevent.com against the Barnesville Trojans, 28-12. So held their own at times. It was just in those losses, and Coach Nats talked about that in the pregame interview here. Nathan, was the fact that in the losses that they've had, they were tight ball games. I mean, they had opportunities, they just couldn't get the offense flowing, and that was the biggest difference. Their defense was holding pretty steady for the most part, but just couldn't get the points on the board, especially when they needed.
Yeah, they took advantage of the opportunities Barnesville gave them for the first touchdown as Barnesville put the ball on the turf, and I think we exchanged turnovers early, but then capitalized the second turnover Barnesville gave us last week. The DGF game, you know, in a lot of ways, it was a 2-touchdown game. I know the scoreboard said 3. They tacked that one on kind of after an injury and after a slowdown in the ball game. But it was, like I said, they did what they could do defensively. The offensive line needs to, in those games that in those tight ball games, the offensive line needs to open up a few more holes for the running game, and you know, that's the way that they can improve the most on that side of the ball going into the rest of the section.
Come in with a loss last week, but against a very quality opponent. In fact, the number 1 seed out of this section, the Barnesville Trojans. So you kind of see what you've got, see where you need to be, and I think that was probably a helpful fact for them coming into this game. a victory for Frazee in their last game of the year. That was against Roseau, 26-12. Prior to that, they had a 6-game losing streak. They won their very first game of the year against Parker's Prairie, 29-16. So some tight games that they saw. Their losses to Pelican Rapids and also Crookston in the section opponents. So as far as similar opponents that they've seen, Crookston is one of them, and a tight battle that they had with them the week after that Hawley played them. So I think this could be a very evenly matched game here. You look at a 3 versus 6, but I know Coach Nats, he get probably a little bit nervous about that. It seems like when they're in those positions as a 3 and 6 or 4 and 5, it doesn't matter how the teams have performed during the regular season. They have a very tight battle.
Well, and you get that when you get that early in playoff games. Again, regardless whether it's football, basketball, volleyball, doesn't matter. You get a little bit of that tightness early in ball games where something catastrophic could happen and set you behind a little bit. It'll be important for Hawley to come out and dominate in the trenches as they've done in all of their wins, most recently down in Breckenridge, and set the tone for the game early, because with the wind and the gusts and just the way that the offense has gone this year, it's ground and pound, and the opportunities will be there tonight to do that. So it's going to be on the offensive line to open those holes and make sure that that Burkle and Tibbetts, Vetter, and others get rolling.
Should be a fun one tonight from Dale Scholarwood Athletic Complex. 8AA football, the 3-seed Hawley Nuggets hosting the 6-seed Frazee Hornets on yourliveevent.com. Thanks for being with us, and a special thanks to all of our sponsors for helping make the broadcast possible, some of which you'll see right now. When we come back, we will have your starting lineups for the Nuggets and the Hornets next on yourliveevent.com.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With over 950 students, the Hawley Public Schools strive to provide a personalized learning experience for each and every one of their students to be the best that they can be. The lessons taught at Hawley Public Schools will stay with students not just throughout their academic career, but through adulthood as well. For more information about the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook at Hawley Nuggets. Good luck, Nuggets, from the Hawley Public Schools.
Cleveguard Apartments, with locations in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead, wish all the area teams the best of luck. Cleveguard Apartments, with locations and apartment complexes in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead. Also with self-storage and commercial rental space in Ada. Cleveguard Apartments. Call Mark at 701-866-7794. Best of luck to all the area teams from Mark and Geraldine at Cleveguard Apartments, with locations in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead. 701-866-7794.
Ag Country offers a wide range of internal growth. If you have a goal in mind and you put your mind to it, your successes can be endless.
There are so many jobs within this company that you can rotate into.
I like challenges. Ag Country gives me challenges.
Yeah, Ag Country is a great place to work. There's plenty of flexibility. You're never tied to your desk. There's a team here that is always there for you.
Yeah, grab your role and run with it, and always be aware of the opportunities because they're in front of you.
Good. Back here on our pregame show to take a look at our starting lineups here for the Nuggets and the Frazee Hornets. We'll start for the Frazee Hornets here. We'll look at their offense for tonight's contest. Up on their line, they will have a sophomore, number 56, Derek Zitzo, as their center. Their two guards will be a sophomore, 51, Weston Mickelson, and number 58, Daniel Graham, a junior. Their two tackles will be a junior, number 54, Zach Longfors, and a senior, number 52, Byron Kropinski. Their ends will be junior, number 19, Mark Jarashevsky, and the junior, number 10, Jake Nagel. As a wide receiver, a senior, number 4, George Flynn. In the backfield, running back, junior, number 2, Maxim Rue, sophomore, number 45, Tyler Moe, and their quarterback will be wearing number 1, a freshman, Carter Sonnenberg, here tonight. Their head coach, Russ Hackle, assisted by Brian Gillespie, Nick Cornier, Brandon Olson, and Roger Thorpe. Frazee record 2-6 on the year. They're going to be in their away whites with green numerals, green bottoms, and the green helmets here in tonight's contest as the number 6 seed in 8AA. As for the defense for the Hawley Nuggets, they will start as a defensive end, a 6'2", 187-pound senior, number 80, Ethan Magnuson. Another defensive end will be a 6'2", 175 senior, number 87, Joey Ockery. Defensive tackle, a 5'10", 216-pound senior, number 58, Alex Skank. Their nose tackle will be a 6', 248-pound sophomore, number 60, Sam Cluck. Outside linebacker, a 6'3", 197 junior, number 33, Derek Tibbetts. Another outside linebacker, 6'1", 180-pound junior, number 82, Braxton Bowe. A middle linebacker, 6'2", 214-pound junior, number 26, Johnny Vetter. As their cornerback, a 5'8", 135-pound junior, number 9, Carter Haugen. A 5'9", 160-pound senior, number 21, Sam Burkle. Strong safety will be a 6', 174-pound senior, number 20, Bryant Carlisle. And their free safety will be a 5'11", 161-pound senior, number 11, Carson Brew. Head coach of the Nuggets, Peter Natz, assisted by Brett Schmidt, Tim Peterson, Nick Burcham, Aaron Haugen, Travis Haugen, Dave Ames, Zion Smith, and Austin Robb. Nuggets come in 4-4 on the year. They're in their maroon jerseys, white numerals, and gold trim with the maroon bottoms and the maroon tops. It's the Nuggets as the number 3 seed in 8AA hosting the number 6 seed at Frazee Hornets on yourliveevent.com with R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. The kickoff will be on the way next after this from Hawley.
In the months of preparation for spring planting, all through the growing season and into the long days of harvest, the team at AgriMax is here to help farmers around the Red River Valley with a complete array of services and products. From seed sales to custom aerial and ground application, crop protection products, and more, AgriMax will help reach every producer's goal, peak profitability. Contact AgriMax in Fisher, Minnesota today at 218-891-2211 or online at agrimaxllc.com.
You may read articles that attempt to predict market conditions and returns, but these are impossible to predict. At Bighorn Financial Services, we work hard to educate our clients during the retirement planning process while providing you with a customized strategy that aims to suit your needs. We work hard to give you the confidence you need as you look to the future. Now is a great time to review your accounts, and we'd love to help you along the way. Call me, Kurt Fillion at Bighorn, to set up an appointment. 218-444-8894. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA and SIPC.
For the best selection in new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, stop by Christian Motors, your Chevy and GMC dealer, Highway 32 North in Fertile. With one of the biggest, best selections around and the most competitive prices, it's worth your time to stop and visit the guys and let them put you in a new vehicle. Check out the selection online at christianmotors.com or stop by the lot in Fertile. Proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer. It's Christian Motors in Fertile.
Community Co-op provides energy solutions. Farm fuels, lubricants, propane, natural gas are all available to farms, homes, businesses from Community Co-op. They enjoy working with their customers to meet your fuel and energy solutions. Call 1-888-935-2281 for farm fuel pricing, contract programs, farm lubricants, propane pricing, and delivery for farm, home, business, and natural gas service. Community Co-op appreciates the business of all current and new customers.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you. Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And is done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
Rock Solid Concrete. Give them a call at 701-238-4523 to get a free estimate on all your concrete projects. Services provided are, but not limited to, decorative stamp patios, decorative stamp sidewalks, new and replacement driveways and sidewalks, garage, shop, and shed pad floors, and residential and commercial flat work. They would love to sit down with you and find a plan that works best for your projects. Call Rock Solid Concrete at 701-238-4523.
Harvest season is here, and that means making sure you receive the best uptime for your investment. Genuine AGCO parts from Norman County Implement keeps your equipment running throughout this harvest season and all season long. You get the guaranteed fit and performance that only AGCO parts can deliver. Norman County Implement will keep you going this harvest season with their parts and a service. Thank you for your business from Norman County Implement, Highway 9 North Ada, your authorized AGCO parts dealer.
In the months of preparation for spring planting, all through the growing season and into the long days of harvest, the team at AgriMax is here to help farmers around the Red River Valley with a complete array of services and products. From seed sales to custom aerial and ground application, crop protection products, seed conditioning, crop scouting and consulting, research and crop insurance, AgriMax will help reach every producer's goal, peak profitability. Contact AgriMax in Fisher, Minnesota today at 218-891-2211 or online at agrimaxllc.com.
There we go, getting set for the kickoff here this evening. It is the Hawley Nuggets hosting the Frazee Hornets in Section 8 AA football playoff action. Kurt filling with the broadcast call and Nathan Stoa giving the color commentary here tonight with Braden Aldinger as our video camera guy here up in the press box. We're getting set for that kickoff as the Hornets will get set to receive and get things rolling here this evening. So great to have you along with us for our broadcast call this evening. Again, winner moves on to play another day on Saturday at 2 o'clock against Pelican Rapids, and the loser done for the year. As playoff time is already here, a season that goes by very, very fast. 8 games under the books, and the playoffs have just begun. The kickoff is on the way, and with the help of that win, that one's going to end up in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback to get things going here in this Section 8 AA quarterfinal round.
Yeah, a little 8 of the win, but that's Burkle's sixth touchback of the year. So not unsuspecting of that. So Frazee will take over, and we'll see what they can get going early on offense. This is a great opportunity for the Nugget defense to keep field position in their favor as Frazee has to go into this strong wind.
So the Frazee Hornets will have it at their own 20-yard line to get things going here tonight. Handoff going to go straight up the gut, and it's a lot of maroon jerseys there, not allowing a lot to happen. It's going to be a gain of about 3 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, good hole there off the right side of the Frazee offensive line. Solid run here. Derek Tibbetts in on the stop for the Nuggets.
So 2nd down, and give him 4 yards on that play, so it's going to be a 2nd down and 6. As the Hornets will get set with the receiver off to that right side. I formation backfield and the quarterback under center. Sonneman will hand it off to the second man through, and that's Moe. Moe gets the 1st down and more. They needed to get to the 30-yard line. He got up to the 35-yard line, and that is going to be a gain of 11 on the play. A nice take there right up the middle.
Yeah, good stop by Brian Carlisle. The problem is Brian Carlisle's a safety, and the less tackles the safeties make or are put in a position to have to make, the better the defense is playing. So it's good to see Carlisle come up and get going early, but got to do much better in the front 7.
So 1st down and 10 it's going to be for the Frazee Hornets at their 35-yard line. Same formation, this time with a wing off right side, dropping back to pass. This one is going to be incomplete as they were trying to get it over to that right side. Looked like it was intended for Maxim Rue. That was over his head as he was just turning to look when that ball was going over his head. So incomplete pass makes it 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, I was curious how long it was going to take for Frazee to try to go to the air here into the wind. And so after 1st down, the little out route, Carter Haugen was in pretty good coverage till the crossing route came over and took him out.
So 2nd down and 10, just underway in the 1st minute of this ball game. Handoff again up to Moe, straight up the middle he goes, following behind his lead blocker there on that guard position off the right side. That's 52, Byron Kropinski. He did a nice job of leading the way and opening a huge gap on that play. It's a 9-yard gain for Tyler.
It's way too early to panic, but right off the bat here, Frazee's come out and has smacked the Hawley defensive line in the mouth.
Receiver going to split off to the left side this time, as will the wing with the I formation backfield. Handoff goes again to Moe, straight up the gut. Another nice running room and another gap that was opened up for a gain of 8 yards and another Frazee first down. They keep marching here in this first offensive series.
Yeah, they're getting what they want out of behind the right side of their offensive line, and that's another tackle by Carlisle, but he was the first guy to touch him, so unscathed until the secondary.
And I know talking to Coach Tim Peterson earlier today, too, and just some scouting report that he gave me, those two guards, he said they get off the ball quick, and they do a nice job of lead blocking, and they're showing that already in the first 5 plays of the game. Handoff goes to Mo. This time he's met at the line of scrimmage, but able to bounce off of a couple of would-be tacklers, eventually taken down by Haugen, but he's still able to gain a few yards on that play on a hard-earned run there.
Yeah, he'll get a yard again behind the right side of the offensive line. That time Magnuson shed his block and he didn't make the tackle, but first contact to slow him up for the linebackers in the secondary to get there to finish it off.
So 2nd down and 9. They're in Hawley territory at the 45-yard line. Nuggets have to spread it out a bit with those receivers and wings spread off there, so opens up a little more of a hole in the middle, too, if they try to go. Bounce it to the outside. This time is going to be Mo, and a late flag coming in here towards the end of that play, so we'll see what the officials come up with it.
Yeah, Sam Burkle playing his corner position, almost basically turned into a linebacker there with first contact and a stop. You're going to have a holding penalty that will put Frazee behind the chains for the first time in this drive.
So, yeah, with that holding penalty, it'll be right near the line of scrimmage where he was tackled down. In fact, it's actually going to be declined. Hawley's going to decline it and say, let's trust our defense here on a 3rd down. Let's let them lose a down instead. It'll be a 3rd down and 9. At the Nuggets' 45-yard line.
Probably tells me two things. One, they feel that they're not greatly afraid of the Frazee passing game at this point, so as far as a 3rd and long situation. And 2, it's a message to the guys out there that we trust our defense.
Faking the handoff. Play action here. Sonnenberg passes right side. It's going to be through the hands and incomplete, intended for Rue on that play. Again, this one is going to be incomplete to make it a 4th down and 9 now for Frazee. So, yeah, like you say, it's to the point where you trust your defense. You know that they can get in there and do what they need to do, and they get the job done here on that 3rd down trying for the conversion.
Yeah, crossing routes in the middle, it looked like, and then a little underneath route. All were covered well. Had the pass been completed, there was going to be defenders there to make the play.
So back to punt is going to be Sonnenberg. He'll punt this one into the wind, and as a result, that is going to not go too far. It's going to bounce at about the 36-yard line. It'll take a Nugget bounce, in fact, up to the 38-yard line, so that's where they will take over after what looked like it was going to be a really nice offensive series to get things rolling for the Frazee Hornets. Just some nice stops for the Nuggets that eventually brought them to a halt there about midfield.
Yeah, the holding penalty really hurt. It didn't drive them back, but just the momentum behind it and the stop there. And then the punt would not have gained a 1st down, but it wasn't as much the wind in that situation as it was penetration from Ethan Magnuson.
So at the 39-yard line is where they'll mark this down here. I formation backfield for the Nuggets, and we've got some movement up front. It's going to be a penalty here against.
Yeah, Kropinski was a little over anxious there. Hawley uses multiple calls here for their both for their set and for their motions, and he got first time hearing it, he got going a little quick.
So a 1st down and 5 it'll be as the Nuggets stay set on that play and stay disciplined on the hard count. Moves them up to the Nugget 44-yard line, 1st down and 10 in their first offensive series of the night. I formation backfield, handoff goes to Burkle, scoops around a couple of guys, and he's going to make it into Frazee territory, knocked out of bounds at the 38-yard line. A big gainer there for the Hawley Nuggets.
Yeah, go to the leading rusher on the team right away, Sam Burkle. Offensive line does their job. We got a Ethan Anderson in there as a senior getting a start at center, and he in the left side of his line did the job on play 1.
So 1st down and 10 for the Nuggets at the Frazee 38-yard line. Line's doing a good job getting off the ball here. The Hornets did for the most part in that first offensive series, especially the early on in that series. Handoff goes straight up the middle. This is Tibbetts, and he is going to be met right away. Ball got loose. It got jarred loose, and Hornets saying, we've got it. Officials are going to sort it out. And the officials say, yes, you do. The Hawley Nuggets turn it over with a fumble, and Frazee will take over at their 36-yard line.
Yeah, so we got a little, like as you talked earlier, some shuffling there. No excuses on it, but that's their I-wing formation. Tibbetts is in Vedder's place as Vedder's sitting this one out tonight, and Burkle's dotting the I. So not necessarily a run that has got, or a formation that has gotten a lot of game usage there. And then good hit by the linebacker from Frazee to jar the ball loose.
So it'll be at the Frazee 36-yard line with 8:27 to play in the first quarter. Handoff goes straight up the middle again, Tyler Moe. And just like he had on several of his carries, just right around that 5 to 6 yards he averaged. He gets that in the first carry to make it a 2nd down and 5.
A little substitution along the defensive line right now as Sam Cluck enters in, replacing sophomore classmate Colin Larson here.
So the I formation again for Frazee with that receiver off to the right side. They'll hand it off. And there's nothing doing this time. That was for Maxim Rue, the 5'10 junior for Frazee. Nowhere to go for him. And he is going to be right around that line of scrimmage, maybe with the forward motion. There's going to be no gain on the play. They do lose one on that play, so they did push him back 1 yard. Maxim Rue makes it a 3rd down and 6 now for Frazee, taking over on the fumble that Hawley had after they had a couple of nice plays. Handoff goes straight up the middle. This time hit hard by the Hawley defense and nothing doing once again. Nice defensive stop. Maybe a gain of yard back to that 4th down and 5 situation it's going to be now for Frazee.
Yeah, Ethan Magnuson shed his block at his left defensive end position and played that well. And then Dalton Flayton, who is at his 2nd straight week starting at middle linebacker in place of John Vedder, has been playing very well. He stuck his nose in on a lot of tackles last week and played well, and he started this week off well as well.
So punting against the wind here, and we've got a strong wind that's coming, and this one's going to be off the side of the foot there, right near midfield. It's going to go out of bounds, so the Nuggets are going to be able to take advantage of some excellent field position here in Frazee territory at the 46-yard line is where they're going to mark it.
Yeah, second struggle with on the punt today. This one was a bad snap, and there was no pressure coming, but I think he rushed himself again, and obviously the wind is playing a factor.
Yeah, that situation where snaps makes it tough for the snapper, too, to try and get it right on the money for his punter to get it where he can have a good balance, too, to try and get that punt off. So that makes it extremely tough to try and aim that and figure out where it needs to be exactly. I formation backfield, wing off to the right side. Handoff goes straight up the middle. Burkle. And he's going to fall forward for a gain of about 4 on that one.
Yeah, back to the wing with the I formation behind it. That'll give them a few more opportunities to get Braxton Bowe on the field in the wing position, where he can split some time with Jack Ames, who's coming in. He got emergency duty last week as a freshman playing the fullback in the Barnesville game, so a little baptism by fire for Jack Ames, and played well and ran hard. And when they go back to their double wing formation here, he's in behind the quarterback.
As the fullback with the 2 wings, Tibbetts off to the left, coming in motion is Burkle. They'll hand it off to him. Scoots to the outside, has some room, gets to the 30 and taken out of bounds by the Frazee defense, but not until a big gain again for the Hawley Nuggets. And that one gets them from the 43 all the way to the 28-yard line, so a gain of 15 yards there for Burkle.
Yeah, came back to the same play they ran on 1st down. All right, keeping it simple on the ground. Going to look to control the tempo of this ball game and control the football.
Second 1st down of the night for the Nuggets. Frazee had a couple in that first offensive series of the night as well. 1st down and 10 from Frazee's 28-yard line. The double wing set again with Ames in the backfield, the freshman as the fullback. They'll hand it off to Ames straight up the middle. Tripped up on that play, keeping it low where the Frazee defenders. Hopping him forward, though. He's going to gain 9 yards, so a nice gain for the freshman of 9 on his first carry tonight.
Yeah, nothing fancy, no cut necessary for Jack Ames, but the hole was opened up there by Ethan Anderson at his center position and Colin Larson at left guard.
2nd and 2 it will be, so back 1 from the 9 that I mentioned. An 8-yard gain for the freshman instead. He'll stay out there with that double wing set. Tibbetts off to the left and off to the right side as Burkle with Carson Brew under center as their quarterback. takes the hike. He'll hand it off to Tibbetts, right side. He'll make his way forward for the first down. Needed just a couple. He added about 3 more to that for a total of 5 on that gain on his second carry of the night.
Yeah, Derek is, he's going to overcome that fumble early here tonight, but he's been running really hard. He had the best game of his young career down in Breckenridge a couple weeks ago where he ran for well over 100 yards and was breaking tackles. So Derek is a hard runner with sprinter speed. So he's a main factor in this backfield that gives you a little thunder lightning with Burkle.
Coming up on 4.5 minutes remaining in this first quarter. No score between the Nuggets and the Hornets in this 8AA quarterfinal left side, and that is going to be Brew in for the score. A nice run there for Carson Brew, taking it to the house. 16-yard touchdown run for number 11, Brew.
Now the entire backfield is clocked in a carry, and Burkle and Tibbetts leading the way there for Brew to turn the corner and stay inside the pylon for the touchdown.
So a nice run there by Carson Brew, taking it to the house just right down that left side and marching his way forward with a strong run there for the Nuggets as they strike first on the scoreboard, and they'll try to add one more to it. Snap is there, the kick is up, and the kick is good. On your Community Co-op, Lake Park, Detroit Lakes, Mahnomen, Twin Valley Plum scoreboard, it's Hawley leading Frazee 7-0 with 4:26 to play in the first quarter here on yourliveevent.com.
This is Chris with RDK Enterprises. We have all heard of supply chain issues and the challenges they bring. As the demand for planting equipment increases, we are trying to be as proactive as possible. RDK has secured a supply of precision planting products and maintenance parts for your planter, hopefully minimizing some of these supply chain issues. If you are planning any upgrades, repairs, or maintenance, give us a call. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
First quarter, a 7-0 lead for the Hawley Nuggets. A 5-play drive capped off by a 16-yard touchdown run by Mr. Carson Brew. Quarterback getting a start here tonight as there's 4:26 remaining in this first quarter, and the extra point kick was good. And another high booming kick there for the Nuggets in that one. Did that make it through the uprights?
No, but it did hit the end line.
That was getting pretty close there with that.
And Braden missed it. I don't know. I think he's going to lose his award tonight.
Man,
there was a left-handed toss over there from Mr. Ellingson to get that ball back to the official, and he needs some ice right away.
Doesn't get any better than that, huh? Look at that. That's how far we pushed him, huh? Out of the press box?
That's it.
Good deal. All right. I thought they were just still going to let him up in the press box, but thankfully he's way down on the baseline there. Just kidding. Pitch out going to the right side. They'll get it over to Mo, and he is going to be met by a few of those Hawley Nugget defenders coming their way as he tried to cut back into the inside and nothing doing. They'll gain a couple of yards on that play, so it'll be a 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, initial contact back there, Ethan Magnuson, but the linebackers and Bryant Carlisle from his safety position were able to flow over and make the stop.
So 2nd down and 8 after a couple yard gain, and Tyler Moe at 5'7", 160, just a sophomore for Frazee. He's getting the workload here to start things off tonight. They'll hand it off this time to Jake Nagel, and Nagel will come from that right to left as to come off tackle, and he's able to gain just a couple of yards too to make it a 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, once again, Sam Burkle up from his corner position. Nobody split wide to his side, so he becomes an extra linebacker, and he was there on the legs, and Joey Ockery up top. So once again, Frazee with a 3rd and moderate here, so Hawley can we'll see what Frazee wants to do into this win if they do want to throw it, but I think Hawley's going to continue to key on the running game and not necessarily fear the passing game until they're proven otherwise.
High formation again for the Frazee Hornets. Back they'll go, the handoff, and it's going to be met in the backfield there. That was Mo with the carry, and he's going to be tackled really quick. Nice defensive effort there by the Nuggets getting through. Maybe fell forward for a gain of 1, but it'll be a 4th and 5 situation.
Yeah, Alex Skank got rid of his blocker there from his D-tackle position and was able to gobble that one up before it got anywhere.
So 4th and 5, another 3-and-out opportunity here. And again against the wind, so get that snap good. Gives the clap there to let him know that he's ready. And a line shot that's going to almost hit somebody right up on that line. It's going to take a Frazee bounce, but it's still going to be in Frazee territory at their 45-yard line is where they are going to take over, are the Nuggets.
We talked about it on the first series of the game for Frazee, but now Hawley started to take control in the trenches, and that has allowed them to keep field position in their favor. And now we'll see Hayden Grani's first series of the game at quarterback here as the senior comes in.
So Grani will give Carson Brew a little breather here as he had that touchdown, the lone touchdown that's on the scoreboard here, 7-0 Hawley leading Frazee in this 8AA section quarterfinal game from Hawley tonight. On yourliveevent.com as Tibbetts will come in motion from that left side. Burkle will do the same from the right. They'll hand it off to Tibbetts, bounces to the outside, finds some good space there. Stiff arm, tries to get him away from him. He's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line, so a gain of 15 on the play and a Nugget first down.
Hawley's finding a lot of success on the edges there. That time the ball deception from Grani was solid, and the timing on the fake handoff and the actual handoff were very good. And they're finding a lot of success on the edges with Burkle's 2 big runs, Brew's touchdown, and now Tibbetts getting outside around the right end.
So just over 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Nuggets marching again with some good offense, getting some things figured out on that defensive side too after letting up a few opportunities there for Frazee in that first offensive set. Since then, nothing doing. Burkle will take it to the left side, and he's going to be raked down on the play there by the defender. Gain of about 4 yards for Sam Burkle as he tried to explode to the outside, but some good speed there by the Frazee defense to not let that happen. So it'll make it a 2nd down and 6 at the Frazee 26-yard line. The Nuggets will walk it up to the line. Jack Ames, the freshman, in the backfield as the fullback. Man in motion is Burkle. Tibbetts will come and join him as well. And might have some motion in the backfield here as penalty flag coming out.
Yeah, Magnuson he was the one with the guilty look as he got a little bit of a head start there from his left tight end position.
So the first penalty of the night for the Nuggets for 5 yards.
Timeout Frazee.
And a timeout for the Frazee Hornets. Community Co-op scoreboard, it's Hawley leading Frazee, 1:17 to play first quarter on yourliveevent.com with Section 8AA football action from Dale Scholarud Athletic Complex in Hawley tonight.
The Rough Grouse Roadhouse is located just east of Island Lake, across from Mershman's Taxidermy. The Roadhouse invites you to stop in before or after the game to eat or just come in and socialize with family and friends. They also have weekly food specials. Just go to their Facebook page and see what their special of the day is, or call 668-2111. Supporting the area students in the classroom as well as in all their extracurricular activities. The Rough Grouse Roadhouse, 5 miles south of Langby on County Road 4.
Back here out of the timeout, as it will be a 2nd down and 11 for the Nuggets after that 5-yard penalty. Drop them back just a little bit to that original line of scrimmage, or close to anyway. Handoff goes, Jack Ames, right side. He's going to be ripped down by the defense after a short gain of just a couple of yards there for the freshman. And a 2nd carry for 10 yards here tonight.
Yeah, Frazee did a good job staying home there on the left side of their line. Not falling for any of that ball deception and over pursuing, while Ames was able just to carve out a yard, get back to the original line of scrimmage.
So 3rd down and 10. It's from the Frazee 30-yard line. And the winner gets Pelican Rapids on Saturday at 2 o'clock over in Pelican, as they get the bye as the number 2 seed. Handoff Going to the left side, Burkle eludes a couple. Nice little spin move there to get some extra yard. He's still going down the sideline. Didn't get pushed out of bounds. He kept some good balance, and he was able to pick up 14 yards on the play. Sam Burkle first down. Looked like it was going to be a busted play, and Burkle says, I don't think so. I can keep on rolling, and he does with a nice spin move.
And Sam with the respect and dapping up sophomore Colin Larson, the left guard, as he was able to knock a couple guys off of Sam late and keep him chugging forward for a first down.
So 18 seconds and counting here in this first quarter. Should be the last play of this first quarter the Nuggets will have. Almost right in line with the play clock here. Browning gets him set under center. Hands it off. First man through. That is going to be Jack Ames, and he lost the football. It's loose on the field, and let's see if officials haven't given the word here.
I think they're saying his forward progress was stopped.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly on the far side with what that signal completely was, but I believe either his forward progress was stopped or Hawley jumped on it, but I thought it was Frazee that was on it, so I assume that signal over there meant they'd whistled the play dead.
Just stopped the play right at the end. So 1 quarter in the books here on your Community Co-op scoreboard. After 1, it's Hawley leading Frazee 7-0 on yourliveevent.com with R&J Broadcasting Incorporated in Section 8 AA football from Hawley tonight.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
Harvest is more than the act of reaping what you've sown. It's the culmination of months of hard effort, along with a few weeks of working 24/7 to bring the crop in. At Sesvanderhof, we're continuously working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature, so that you can end each harvest on a high note. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sesvanderhof, a passion that grows.
Start of the second quarter from the Dale Scholarud Athletic Complex as the Nuggets have a 2nd down and 9 from the Frazee 24-yard line. Handoff goes off that right side. Tibbetts wipes a few off there, and he's able to push his way forward up to the 7-yard line. So a nice job there by Tibbetts. And that is going to be a gain of about 6 yards on the play. Is going to come up a little bit short to make it a 3rd down and 2. So a gain there on the 6th play of this drive for the Nuggets. And up to the inside the 10-yard line at about in between the 8 and the 7-yard line here.
I formation personnel here with Tibbetts now dotting the I, so about as big as we can get tonight.
Ames right in front of him under center. Grani will hand it off. It's going to be Tibbetts charging his way through. He's got a guy that he's holding with him, and he's almost able to keep on pushing forward, but an initial push in the backfield there from the safety coming in for Frazee's defense stops them from getting the score. They do get the 1st down after a gain of about 4 on the play, so that'll make it a 1st and goal from the 3-yard line.
All right. Same formation personnel, but Burkle back in now for Tibbetts, so we'll look at one of those I-wing formations, whether it be right or left, with Ames leading the way.
Great opportunities here for the Nuggets again, knocking on the door with a 7-0 lead, 10:40 to play in the first half. Handoff goes, Burkle right up the middle, jumps his way forward, in for the score, and the Nuggets get 6 more on the board to make it 13-0 in favor of Hawley.
Nothing fancy, keep it simple. The right side of the line opened up enough of a hole for Sam to sneak through.
So a 3-yard touchdown run by Sam Burkle here in the second quarter with 10:36 remaining. And they will try for, I would guess they're probably going to try for 2 here. Let's see if that works. Look at that.
I tried.
That
was the difference maker.
Maybe. It'll probably fall off there when the gust comes.
All those stem
a lot of hot
glasses.
air to our right here. So under center, Grani The double wing set, man in motion is Burkle, and we've got somebody. Oh, we have a delay of game, I think so, from the back judge there, dropping the flag. So a delay of game. Drops him back 5 yards.
Play clock operator John Heinrichs down there.
On the spot.
On the spot.
Johnny on the spot.
But still batting 1,000. That was definitely not on him. That was definitely on the sideline.
So back to the 8-yard line is where they're going to be to attempt the 2-point conversion here. Up 13-0 over Frazee in this 8AA quarterfinal round game. The other quarterfinal round game tonight, the number 4 seed Warroad hosting number 5 Crookston. Winner of that gets Barnesville on Saturday at 2 o'clock. Faking the handoff in the play action right side. They've got a receiver in the corner. Acri, it's good. Granny to Acri for the 2-point conversion on your community co-op scoreboard. The Nuggets tack on 2 more. 15-0 they lead with 10:36 to play in the first half. We're back with more from Hawley right after this.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With over 950 students, the Hawley Public Schools strive to provide a personalized learning experience for each and every one of their students to be the best that they can be. The lessons taught at Hawley Public Schools will stay with students not just throughout their academic career, but through adulthood as well. For more information about the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook at Hawley Nuggets. Good luck, Nuggets, from the Hawley Public Schools.
Back here, second quarter, a 15-0 lead for the Hawley Nuggets, capping off an 8-play drive, a 3-yard touchdown run for Sam Burkle, the 2-point conversion from Hayden Granny to Joey Acri for 2 points to make it 15-0 here tonight. As Burkle will get set to boot this one away, this time into the wind. Compared to his wind at his back in that first quarter that he had, still boots this one nice. Bounces at the 17-yard line and just kind of dies out there. Straight up the middle goes Frazee on the special teams. And they'll gain up to the 26-yard line. So a gain of about 9 on that reception. We'll get him up to the 27-yard line is where it's going to be placed.
Yeah, good kick into the wind. Better coverage by the special teams and the kickoff coverage there. Dalton Flayton down there early almost earned himself a holding penalty or against him, but was able to shed that block, shed the almost hold, and make the tackle.
So down to 10:32 remaining in the second quarter. I formation backfield. Sonneberg into the middle, finds a slasher coming through there, and that was Jake Nagel getting the reception. Nice find, straight up the gut, just a quick couple steps, and then slants right into the middle, and he finds him there and gets the first down, a 10-yard reception for the Hornets.
Yeah, we'll see how Frazee decides to use the wind here. First down, they've run it successfully at times in their early 2 series. Without getting a ton, but they've found some yardage. Now they're looking to see if they can expand the playbook a little bit.
Their third first down of the night. They'll go handoff straight up the gut. This is going to be Tyler Moe pushing and charging his way forward there. The forward motion, he was able to get 7 yards on the play, right near the 45-yard line is where it's going to be placed here on that one. So a nice run by Tyler Moe once again for the Frazee Hornets to make it a 2nd down and 3.
Yeah, Krapinski leading the way on the left side of the line. Again, another Frazee ball carrier not touched until the safeties get there. This time it was Carson Brew that was the first to make contact.
2nd and 3 with that same formation. Wing off to the right side. Handoff goes Moe. This time he's met by the defense in the backfield, and nothing doing this time for the Frazee offense. As they will lose a yard, it'll make it a 3rd down and 4.
That time it was middle linebacker Dalton Flayton filling, meeting the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage.
So 3rd and 4 it will be. After a couple of nice gains there by Frazee. And that's kind of how it was in that first offensive series. Had about 5 or 6 nice plays, and then Hawley buckled down and able to get the defense to make the stops, and then a couple of 3-and-outs. For the other 2 offensive possessions, that resulted in punting. And the hard count might have got the Nuggets off sides. It did. That's going to get a 1st down here for the Frazee Hornets.
Yeah, good job there by Frazee holding their water and making sure they didn't jump on the hard count, and they were able to lure across the defensive tackle.
Yeah, that marker's not working for me either. Need a better clip.
I'm going to try this cord.
Yeah, there we go. Trying to keep our papers down here with the wind coming through the window. So first down and 10 it will be. Hawley committed their third penalty for 15 yards here tonight. 8:45 remaining in the first half. I formation backfield. Sonnenberg looking down the field. Some pressure put on. Gets the reception. They do. Into Hawley territory at the 43-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 9 on the play. So a nice heads-up play by Carter Sonneman, the freshman quarterback at 6'4", gets it to Jake Nagel once again for another reception.
Yeah, good route, good delivery of the pass despite some pressure right in his face. So it'll continue to be interesting to see if Frazee decides to try to open it up a little bit or if they go right back to the ground. This would be a great time for some sort of play action or see what they have here on a second and short.
They'll swing the wing to the left side this time is where there's more field. Mo will elude a couple of would-be tacklers. He gets inside the 40-yard line at the 38 is where he's going to be taken down, and that's going to get him a gain of 5 on the play and another Frazee first down as their third of this offensive series, their 5th of the game. So another nice drive here put together so far for the Hornets. This will be their 6th play of this drive, trailing 15-0 to the Hawley Nuggets. 7:40 to play in the first half from Hawley tonight in this Section 8 AA quarterfinal round game of high school football with R&J Broadcasting Incorporated on yourliveevent.com. Sonnenberg again finds his receiver. Nagel, this one is going to juggle it a little bit thanks to the defense of Carson Brew and Sam Burkle coming in there to pop him just as he got the ball. And we've got a penalty flag down as well right at the 40-yard line.
Holding penalty on the left side of the line there as the pass rush was coming, but good job by Burkle and Brew both meeting at the football and being able to jar that one free. Good ball, though, was put right on the hands of his receiver.
So a 10-yard penalty going against Frazee. That's going to be their second for 15 yards here tonight. Drop them back. It'll stay a first down. We'll replay the down here. It'll be a first down and 19. So they'll try it again. Otherwise, that would have been an incomplete pass for Frazee as they got it, trying to get it to Nagel. And as mentioned, the defense right there to put a hand on it. Pressure put on from the backside. Braxton Bowe knocks him down, and the ball loose as well. Or did they say he was down? I think he was, just right at that last moment as he was twisting him right around him. But boy, Braxton Bowe, he was licking his chops coming in there because he came in untouched off that right side.
Yeah, he had a free run at the quarterback and actually took it pretty easy on him, tried to wrap up. He went a little high, tried to wrap him up there and caused the fumble. And ground must have caused it as it was down as Mr. Weiser, the official there, was looking right at the play. But now we're looking at second and the old country mile here for the Hornets.
Yeah, that almost dropped him right back to Frazee. Second down and 27 it will be. That was an 8-yard loss on that play on the sack. Good observation, man. 6:42 to play in the first half. Community Co-op scoreboard. It's Hawley 15, Frazee nothing in Section 8 AA football playoff action on yourliveevent.com.
Cleveguard Apartments, with locations in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead, wish all the area teams the best of luck. Cleveguard Apartments, with locations and apartment complexes in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead. Also with self-storage and commercial rental space in Ada. Cleveguard Apartments. Call Mark at 701-866-7794. Best of luck to all the area teams from Mark and Geraldine at Cleveguard Apartments, with locations in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead. 701-866-7794.
Second down and long ways for this Frazee Hornet offense. Second and 27 officially. Back at their own 43-yard line. Their original line of scrimmage is the Hawley 39-yard line. So it really puts them back. After that 8-yard loss on the sack, Braxton Bowe, the one making it happen for the Hawley defense, coming in with a head of steam there on that outside linebacker spot. I formation backfield, receivers off to each side this time. Again, Bowe almost came in there untouched this time. He got a couple of guys that had to come block him, and that opened up a huge spot for Alex Skank to come in and say, hey, welcome to Hawley. Yeah, another big loss.
Bowe came on the blitz. There's something they're seeing in that formation, and pass protection slid over to him, but weren't able to contain Alex Skank in there one-on-one.
So it's going to be a 3rd and 34 is what it's going to be here after a 7-yard loss.
There's a section in the playbook for this, right?
I would think so, yeah.
3rd 37?
Yeah. You got the wind at your back, too, so just let her fly, man. let her fly like a hornet.
It's just that easy, right? Because this is Madden.
That's exactly. I couldn't even do that when I played Madden. And we got an official. We got we might be pushing back again, another 5 yards. 3rd penalty for 20 yards here tonight. They're trying for the long bomb. I think they did that on purpose. Like, watch this.
It's the old Tecmo Bowl strategy. Go back as far as you can to see if Bo can go for 99.
Exactly, yeah. Now this next play, they're going to have a 4th down at the 1-yard line. He's just going to keep running back, right?
And then they're going to zigzag for a touchdown.
Exactly.
At this point, though,
everybody's going to be grouped together and chasing after him.
In all seriousness, just try to get a chunk back here and give yourself something reasonable to change field position.
Sonnenberg, the freshman, looking to air it out. Good blocking there. This might have been a little bit on the backside, though, or a hold.
Joey Ockery forced a hold in there. I assume this one will be declined, but Joey Ockery did force a hold there on his pass rush, and
they're really forcing this freshman into some tough spots, and it's what you got to do against a young team like this. Only 3 seniors on the entire roster, 1 senior on the line, and one of them as a receiver here for Frazee too. So really a very young team.
New punter this time as well.
So they'll get set to punt this one away on a 4th and extremely long. This one's going to be a line shot that's partially blocked. It's going to be knocked down, and it's going to be taken right at the 27-yard line on that blocked punt. Yeah. So the Nuggets are going to have excellent field position here with 5:28 to play in the first half to get another score on the board.
Yeah, it wasn't just the wind that was plaguing the Frazee punting game so far. That one was pretty rough there as not only did pressure get in, but punter looked a little uncomfortable with the quick step to get into his kicking motion, and I think it was Dalton Flayton with the block.
So 1st and 10 from the Frazee 27-yard line for the Hawley Nuggets offense. Carson Brew back in as quarterback with the double wing set. Brew will get him set, and in the backfield now as the fullback is Benjamin Giesland. They'll get it right side. Giesland has some room, bounces off of a couple, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds finally at about the 6-yard line. So that's going to be a gain of 21 yards for Derek Tibbetts.
Tibbetts come across formation on the counter play there. Good ball deception and fake on the toss and good handoff, clean handoff from Brew to Tibbetts. And it was him and one man, and shoved him out of bounds.
As mentioned, Giesland, the junior, in as fullback here in the backfield, where number 32 in the huddle. As they will get set, 1st down and goal at the 6-yard line. Brew will get him set, I formation in the backfield. Giesland in front of Tibbetts. They'll hand it off to Tibbetts. Some good lead blocks. He'll march his way in for the score. 6-yard touchdown run for Derek Tibbetts. And to make the score 21-0 in favor of the Nuggets.
And it looks like with going into this strong, Minnesota breeze here, it looks like Hawley will be content going this way to go for 2.
So a 21-0 lead on a 2-play drive capped off by that 6-yard touchdown run by Derek Tibbetts. He had the other carry on that drive too, a 21-yard run. So he had all 27 yards. As they'll have the I formation backfield for the 2-point conversion. Dropping the snap, and his knee was down when he picked it back up, so the 2-point conversion will fail. Community Co-op scoreboard, 21-0. Hawley leads Frazee in football action here in this 8AA quarterfinal from Hawley tonight. 4:52 to play in the first half. We're back with more on YourLiveEvent.com right after this.
Egg Country offers a wide range of internal growth. If you have a goal in mind and you put your mind to it, your successes can be endless.
There are so many jobs within this company that you can rotate into.
I like challenges. Egg Country gives me challenges.
Yeah, Egg Country is a great place to work. There's plenty of flexibility. You're never tied to your desk. There's a team here that is always there for you.
Yeah, grab your role and run with it, and always be aware of the opportunities because they're in front of you.
Welcome back to our coverage here tonight on yourliveevent.com. Quick drive there and short field that Hawley's able to capitalize on at the Frazee 27-yard line after a lot of mishaps on the Frazee offense on the previous series. That resulted in a fourth and about 45, and they punted that was partially blocked by the Nuggets and taken at the 27. And 2 plays later, both for Derek Tibbetts, able to march it in 27 yards. This one's going to go out of bounds at about the 27-yard line.
Yeah, I think Hawley was trying to just pinch the sideline there a little bit in their coverage, and Sam let that one get away from him a little bit.
So official will have a flag comes down on the play when it goes out of bounds on those kickoffs. And as the result, they will get it at the 35-yard line. So at the 35 is where it's going to be. A little gust of wind coming in here again. We've had that wind coming through here tonight. Otherwise, overall, a nice night. Here's the handoff going right up the middle for Tyler Moe. He gets to the line of scrimmage, and that's it, so no gain on the play.
I think there might have been a little mishandle there in the handoff, or the turf monster just flat out got him because he went down before there was contact.
So 2nd down and 10 it will be from the 35-yard line once again with that I formation backfield and a receiver off to that right side for the Hornets. And a 21-0 lead for the Hawley Nuggets. Handoff going up the middle, but nothing happening in that middle. That was bottled up there by the Hawley defense. Skank was one of the first ones there. Also Ethan Magnuson there defensively. Nice job by those 2 guys to clog up that hole, and a 3-yard loss on the play.
Yeah, right now, not that Hawley doesn't have a lot of guys playing both ways, but they've been able to rotate some guys in. We saw Cluck come in along the defensive line. We've seen Giesland in the backfield, Ames. We've seen a mixture of substitutes in there on defense right now and on offense right now. Frazee's been going with their iron crew, and they're starting to wear down.
Handoff coming on the counter there. This is going to be taken just beyond that line of scrimmage, and he's going to fall forward for a gain of a couple beyond the line of scrimmage. So he's going to gain about 6 yards on that play, and it's going to be a timeout taken by the Nuggets. Community Co-op scoreboard 3:33 to play first half, a 21-0 lead for the Hawley Nuggets in this Section 8 AA quarterfinal round of high school football. We're back with more from Hawley right after this.
Months of preparation for spring planting, all through the growing season and into the long days of harvest, the team at AgriMax is here to help farmers around the Red River Valley with a complete array of services and products. From seed sales to custom aerial and ground application, crop protection products, and more, AgriMax will help reach every producer's goal, peak profitability. Contact AgriMax in Fisher, Minnesota today at 218-891-2211 or online at agrimaxllc.com.
4th down and 7 it's going to be for the Frazee Hornets coming out of the timeout that was taken by the Nuggets. Hornets have 1 timeout left in this first half. Nuggets have 2 other timeouts. So they want to try and get something rolling here to move into that halftime locker room. Quick change here as Haugen's going to go back. It's going to be a fake punt. Pass up to Nagel. He was extending his arms there, and the ball close to that line where he needed to be. They needed 7, and I think Nagel got just enough to move the chains they did. Wow, what a play there for the Frazee offense. Coming up with the
Yeah, see if that gives them a little momentum and a little excitement here for the rest of this drive, and if they can take advantage of having the win at their back. Because if they can punch one in here in the last 3:19, that gives them a little bit of hope here rolling into the second half.
Well, Nagel's been their guy they've been going to when it comes to the receptions. He's got all 3 receptions tonight in their 5 passing attempts. Hand off straight up the middle for Mo, and he's going to make it up forward about 7 yards into the Hawley territory at the 49-yard line. So it'll make it a second down. It'll be a gain of 6. Second down and 4 it'll be for the Hornets. So another gainer there for Tyler Mo. Other than 4 carries, he's got the rest of them here in this first half. We'll look at those numbers here at halftime. Stay tuned for the stats and information of these first two quarters of play in our halftime report. Handoff goes to the right side on a counter play for the Hornets, and they're in fact going to lose a yard on that play.
Yeah,
that was Rue.
Sam Cluck scraped down the line. He shed his blocker and scraped down the line and was able to catch the running back from behind on that play. So now you got a big third down. You figure they just faked a punt. They have the wind at their back, so Frazee's got 2 downs here to convert this 3rd and 4.
So 3rd and 4 it will be. Looking to pass right in the middle again. Nagel, nice little slip route there. And in the middle, he gets up to the 36-yard line, and that's going to be good for a 13-yard gain. And another Frazee first down. Their 7th of the night.
Yeah, when they've gone to the quick passes, they've had a little bit more success than the longer dropbacks where the offensive line has to keep the Nuggets out of the backfield. But these quick ones have been working, so there's a little adjustment's going to be needed by Hawley here.
And sometimes on those quick slip routes right into the middle, it can be tough to defend those because you're trying to communicate with your defense on who should be taking that in those situations when they're coming to your zone. As Mo is going to push his way forward, he'll gain about 4 yards on that play, maybe 5. It'll be 4. 4 yards on the play to make it a second down and 6 for Tyler Mo.
Yeah, the completion on the fake punts got Frazee going. Now they're starting to push the Hawley defensive line backwards here. We've got a few defensive linemen on the last 2 plays that have been on skates, so time to regroup in here and shed a block and make a play.
2nd and 6. 1:12 to play in the first half. Frazee doing some things offensively. Here they're going to fumble it, and the ball is on the ground. There's a lot of maroon jerseys right by there. We'll see what the officials see as to who's got that ball on the bottom of the pile, and it's going to be Hawley football. The Nuggets come up with it on the fumble.
Shed a block, make a play.
So a turnover on the play, the first turnover of the night for Frazee after what was their 9th play of the drive there results in a turnover. And Hawley will take over at their own 35-yard line. First down and 10 with 1:04 to play in this first half.
Been able to get chunks on the ground here. What will they try to do here with only 64 seconds left and into this gusting wind?
Double wing set in the backfield, man in motion coming. Benjamin Gieslin is the fullback, and they bobbled it in the backfield there, and Sam Burkle able to create something here, and he tried to get away from the defender, but he's going to be knocked down on the play, and that will be a loss of probably 10 yards on the play. It'll be a loss of 10 for Burkle.
That's going to dictate here a little bit of what happens here going into the half. The jet sweep handoff was mishandled between Grani and Burkle here, so Hawley's content to not call a timeout at this point. 30 seconds to go here, so let the result of this play dictate what happens here with the remaining seconds left in the half.
2nd and 20 it will be for the Nuggets. The man in motion is Sam Burkle. Handoff goes, and looks like that one might have been mishandled again. Yeah, another fumble. This one I think was jumped on by the Nuggets, but they will lose a couple on the play as the result. And with some sloppy play, that'll probably end it for this first half of play.
Well, and going into halftime, it's not how you want to go into halftime, but if cages needed to be rattled and things needed to be fixed, it's pretty obvious for the guys on the field with those being the last 2 plays of the first half. So give the coaching staff a chance to regroup and make whatever adjustments they feel are necessary here going into half 2.
Halftime score, it is the Hawley Nuggets leading the Frazee Hornets here on yourliveevent.com by a score of 21-0 on your community co-op scoreboard. Stay tuned. Our halftime report will be coming your way next on yourliveevent.com.
That attempt to predict market conditions and returns, but these are impossible to predict. At Bighorn Financial Services, we work hard to educate our clients during the retirement planning process while providing you with a customized strategy that aims to suit your needs. We work hard to give you the confidence you need as you look to the future. Now is a great time to review your accounts, and we'd love to help you along the way. Call me, Kurt Fillion at Bighorn, to set up an appointment. 218-444-8894. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA and SIPC.
For the best selection in new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, stop by Christian Motors, your Chevy and GMC dealer, Highway 32 North in Fertile. With one of the biggest, best selections around and the most competitive prices, it's worth your time to stop and visit the guys and let them put you in a new vehicle. Check out the selection online at christianmotors.com or stop by the lot in Fertile. Proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer. It's Christian Motors in Fertile.
Community Co-op provides energy solutions. Farm fuels, lubricants, propane, natural gas are all available to farms, homes, businesses from Community Co-op. They enjoy working with their customers to meet your fuel and energy solutions. Call 1-888-935-2281 for farm fuel pricing, contract programs, farm lubricants, propane pricing, and delivery for farm, home, business, and natural gas service. Community Co-op appreciates the business of all current and new customers.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you. Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
Rock Solid Concrete. Give them a call at 701-238-4523 to get a free estimate on all your concrete projects. Services provided are, but not limited to, decorative stamp patios, decorative stamp sidewalks, new and replacement driveways and sidewalks, garage, shop, and shed pad floors, and residential and commercial flat work. They would love to sit down with you and find a plan that works best for your projects. Call Rock Solid Concrete at 701-238-4523.
Harvest season is here, and that means making sure you receive the best uptime for your investment. Genuine AGCO parts from Norman County Implement keeps your equipment running throughout this harvest season and all season long. You get the guaranteed fit and performance that only AGCO parts can deliver. Norman County Implement will keep you going this harvest season with their parts and a service. Thank you for your business from Norman County Implement, Highway 9 North Ada, your authorized AGCO parts dealer.
In the months of preparation for spring planting, all through the growing season and into the long days of harvest, the team at Agramax is here to help farmers around the Red River Valley with a complete array of services and products. From seed sales to custom aerial and ground application, crop protection products, seed conditioning, crop scouting and consulting, research and crop insurance, Agramax will help reach every producer's goal, peak profitability. Contact Agramax in Fisher, Minnesota today at 218-891-2211 or online at agramaxllc.com.
Halftime here in Hawley. The Nuggets lead the Frazee Hornets 21-0 in this contest. First score came with 4:26 to play first quarter. A 16-yard touchdown run by Carson Brew, capping off a 5-play drive with the extra point kick by Sam Burkle, good to make it 7-0. Hawley scored again with 10:46 to play second quarter, capping off an 8-play drive, a 3-yard touchdown run by Sam Burkle. Grani to Akri for a 2-point conversion to make it 15-0 at that point. And the Nuggets score again just over midway through that second quarter, 4:52 to play second. 6-yard touchdown run by Derek Tibbetts, capping off a 2-play drive that was both handoffs to him. And the extra point, no good. It failed to make it our halftime score 21-0 in favor of the Hawley Nuggets over Frazee. Nuggets with 19 carries as a team, 135 yards of offense, all on the ground, no passing attempts here in the first 2 quarters of play. Sam Burkle, 8 carries, 46 yards and a touchdown. Derek Tibbetts, 7 carries, 62 yards and a touchdown. 3 carries, 11 yards for Jack Ames after 2 quarters of play, and Carson Brew had the 16-yard touchdown run, his only carry of the night. For the Nuggets, 6 first downs in the first half, had 4 penalties for 20 yards, and 1 turnover. That was a fumble. For the Frazee Hornets, they did a little bit of passing here. They went 4 for 6 in the air for their freshman Carter Sonnenberg. Had 39 yards in the air, all to Jake Nagel, who had 4 receptions for 39 yards. As Sonnenberg, as mentioned, 4 for 6 in the air. They had 22 carries in the first half, totaling 52 yards of offense on the ground. Tyler Moe had 17 of those 22 carries and 67 of their 52 yards in the first half. Jake Nagel, 2 carries for 1 yard. Maxim Rue, 1 carry for -1 yards. And Carter Sonnenberg on a couple of sacks, credited as rushing yards, 2 carries for -15 yards for the 52 yards as mentioned. So 28 plays of offense, totaling 91 yards in the first 2 quarters of play for the Frazee Hornets. 21-0 on your Community Co-op scoreboard. Hawley leading Frazee in football action in this 8AA quarterfinal for section play. Winner moves on to play Pelican Rapids at 2 o'clock on Saturday afternoon, and the loser done for the year. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more on our halftime report from the Dale Scholarwood Athletic Complex on yourliveevent.com with R&J Broadcasting Incorporated.
This is Chris with RDK Enterprises. We have all heard of supply chain issues and the challenges they bring. As the demand for planting equipment increases, we are trying to be as proactive as possible. RDK has secured a supply of precision planting products and maintenance parts for your planter, hopefully minimizing some of these supply chain issues. If you are planning any upgrades, repairs, or maintenance, give us a call. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
The Rough Grouse Roadhouse is located just east of Island Lake, across from Mershman's Taxidermy. The Roadhouse invites you to stop in before or after the game to eat or just come in and socialize with family and friends. They also have weekly food specials. Just go to their Facebook page and see what their special of the day is, or call 668-2111. Supporting the area students in the classroom as well as in all their extracurricular activities. The Rough Grouse Roadhouse, 5 miles south of Langby on County Road 4.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
Harvest is more than the act of reaping what you've sown. It's the culmination of months of hard effort, along with a few weeks of working 24/7 to bring the crop in. At Sesvanderhof, we're continuously working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature, so that you can end each harvest on a high note. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sesvanderhof, a passion that grows.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With over 950 students, the Hawley Public Schools strive to provide a personalized learning experience for each and every one of their students to be the best that they can be. The lessons taught at Hawley Public Schools will stay with students not just throughout their academic career, but through adulthood as well. For more information about the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook at Hawley Nuggets. Good luck, Nuggets, from the Hawley Public Schools.
Cleveguard Apartments, with locations in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead, wish all the area teams the best of luck. Cleveguard Apartments, with locations and apartment complexes in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead. Also with self-storage and commercial rental space in Ada. Cleveguard Apartments. Call Mark at 701-866-7794. Best of luck to all the area teams from Mark and Geraldine at Cleveguard Apartments, with locations in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead. 701-866-7794.
Egg Country offers a wide range of internal growth. If you have a goal in mind and you put your mind to it, your successes can be endless.
There are so many jobs within this company that you can rotate into.
I like challenges. Egg Country gives me challenges.
Yeah, Egg Country is a great place to work. There's plenty of flexibility. You're never tied to your desk. There's a team here that is always there for you.
Yeah, grab your role and run with it. And always be aware of the opportunities because they're in front of you.
In the months of preparation for spring planting, all through the growing season and into the long days of harvest, the team at AgriMax is here to help farmers around the Red River Valley with a complete array of services and products. From seed sales to custom aerial and ground application, crop protection products, and more, AgriMax will help reach every producer's goal: peak profitability. Contact AgriMax in Fisher, Minnesota today at 218-891-2211 or online at agrimaxllc.com.
You may read articles that attempt to predict market conditions and returns, but these are impossible to predict. At Bighorn Financial Services, we work hard to educate our clients during the retirement planning process while providing you with a customized strategy that aims to suit your needs. We work hard to give you the confidence you need as you look to the future. Now is a great time to review your accounts, and we'd love to help you along the way. Call me, Kurt Fillion at Bighorn, to set up an appointment. 218-444-8894. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA and SIPC.
Halftime in Section 8 AA football. It is Hawley leading Frazee 21-0 here at halftime. The other quarterfinal round game up in Warroad tonight. The 4-seed Warroad hosting number 5 Crookston. Last we heard, Warroad leading that game 8-0, nearing halftime of that one as well. So winner of this one gets Pelican Rapids. 2 o'clock on Saturday, as mentioned. The winner of that Warroad-Crookston game will get the number 1 seed Barnesville. And the winner of those two semifinal round games will meet in the section championship, which will be held on Friday, November 5th at 8 p.m. If the Nuggets are in that game, we will have the broadcast here on yourliveevent.com, so you'll be able to watch that live stream once again. If they make it to that championship game, they'd have to hold on tonight, plus get a win against a quality Pelican Rapids team on Saturday as well. So it's a long road to get there, but it is doable. Nuggets leading here at halftime on your community co-op scoreboard 21-0. We'll take a break. We'll come back with your second half kickoff on yourliveevent.com, part of R&J Broadcasting Incorporated.
For the best selection in new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, stop by Christian Motors, your Chevy and GMC dealer, Highway 32 North in Fertile. With one of the biggest, best selections around and the most competitive prices, it's worth your time to stop and visit the guys and let them put you in a new vehicle. Check out the selection online at christianmotors.com or stop by the lot in Fertile. Proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer. It's Christian Motors in Fertile.
Community Co-op provides energy solutions. Farm fuels, lubricants, propane, natural gas are all available to farms, homes, businesses from Community Co-op. They enjoy working with their customers to meet your fuel and energy solutions. Call 1-888-935-2281 for farm fuel pricing, contract programs, farm lubricants, propane pricing, and delivery for farm, home, business, and natural gas service. Community Co-op appreciates the business of all current and new customers.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you. Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And is done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
Rock Solid Concrete. Give them a call at 701-238-4523 to get a free estimate on all your concrete projects. Services provided are, but not limited to, decorative stamp patios, decorative stamp sidewalks, new and replacement driveways and sidewalks, garage, shop, and shed pad floors, and residential and commercial flat work. They would love to sit down with you and find a plan that works best for your projects. Call Rock Solid Concrete at 701-238-4523.
Back here at Dale Scallard Athletic Complex for the Section 8 AA quarterfinal round game where the Nuggets of Hawley lead the Hornets of Frazee 21-0. Kurt Fillion along with Nathan Stoa here for the broadcast call tonight on yourliveevent.com. And really the way you want to start out, other than the way that they ended that first half, things went pretty good for the Nuggets of what they wanted to execute and how they did that throughout this game. Probably shook out some jitters right away, and after that you could really see them start to progress.
Yeah, the middle drives of the game were good on both sides of the ball. What it came down to is they did not bookend the half all that well on the offensive side of the ball. You had the fumble early by Tibbetts, and then you had the mishandles between Burkle and Groney on the last two plays of the first half. So things to get corrected at halftime, refocus the guys up for what the second half brings, because they're going to get Hawley's going to get to start with the football.
So the Nuggets will get the kickoff to get things kicked off here in the third quarter with that 21-0 lead. Again, they are led by Derek Tibbetts, 7 carries, 62 yards, and a touchdown. Sam Burkle, 8 carries and 46 yards. Carson Brew also with a touchdown of their 3 in the first half, one carry for 16 yards. That ended up in a score for them. No scores on the board, but the workhorse is Tyler Moe, the sophomore fullback, 17 carries for 67 yards in that first half of play. So I'm sure we'll see him with the majority of the carries again, too. When they've gone to the air, though, they've done a nice job, and I thought between the freshman quarterback who trying to be in a position like that, especially in a playoff game, as a freshman, that's nerve-wracking enough, but having to try and complete some passes, too, he did a nice job of staying composed. Went 4 for 6 for 39 yards to Jake Nagel on all 4 times.
Yeah, he found a nice connection there. Hawley guarding against the onside kick here.
As the kick is going to be a short little popper at the 30-yard line, taken and gaining about 5 yards on the play for the special teams. They'll get it to the 35-yard line. That's where they'll take over in the first offensive set of the second half. So the Nuggets will have it at their own 35-yard line. And just underway in the third quarter with the 21-0 lead. So good to have you with us here for our coverage tonight. We welcome all of our listeners down in the Pelican Rapids area as they get the bye. Congratulations on getting that 2 seed this year. And awaiting your opponent for for Saturday, I should say. Saturday at 2 o'clock. Bring us some good weather down there, huh? How about that?
After tonight, I'll take it.
Looking like it should be all right for Saturday anyway. Pass down the field. Brew, some pressure put on. Still get the reception to Ethan Magnuson, the 40-yard line, and beyond the 30. He's going to be tackled from behind. But a huge gain there for the Nuggets to start out here in the third quarter, all the way up to the 27-yard line. So that is going to be a gain of 38 yards on the play.
Yeah, Magnuson was wide open, and Brew was given enough time to set his feet twice before delivering that ball, which hung up there for a while, but aided by the wind and fell into the arms of Magnuson, who was able to churn out a few extra yards. So big play to start the second half for Hawley.
Yeah, that was an excellent connection there down the field, and with that pressure that was put on. Handoff goes right side to Tibbetts. Tibbetts finds some room, and he's going to be taken down. A shoestring tackle there after a gain of about 12 yards on the play. So another nice gain there for Derek Tibbetts. Adds to his total up to 74 yards on the ground on 8 carries.
Yeah, Tibbetts running hard as he has the last handful of weeks. A lot more success coming off the right side of that line, too, as he comes across the formation for many of his carries.
You can see his confidence, too, as he starts to get near that line and just kind of waits for those blockers to get established before you try and bounce one way or the other. Does a nice job of reading that and waiting for it to happen, staying patient in the backfield. First down and 10 it is. Pitch out left side, Sam Burkle. Some good blocks on this near side, but scooting through there. We've got a penalty flag coming in, but Nice defense there by Frazee. Pushing through was number 58 there. That was Daniel Graham. Did an excellent job of getting around those blocks and coming up with a solo tackle.
We've got a holding penalty that's going to push Hawley back.
So this is, oh man, look at that. Bringing us treats up to the press box. We'll take that. Holding penalty going against the Nuggets. That's going to be a 10-yard penalty. What did you get? Oh, you got the hot dog, huh?
I did.
I got myself the pizza. That sounds good. Probably not right about now because we're on the air. I've done it before. People listening didn't really appreciate it, but from what I was told by the boss at the time. First down and long here for the Nuggets, as that would have been it was a loss on the play on the carry, and this is going to be another nice defensive effort inside by the Frazee Hornets defense, pushing their way through there. Tyler Moe, one of the first guys there defensively, and also in there was
Rapinski was there.
Yeah, Jesse Rollins was also in there too for Frazee. They had several guys that were in on that stop, forcing a second down and about 25 to go here for the Nuggets.
Yeah, so the positives that were found by the first long passing play and the Tibbetts run here, we've gone backwards since then with a loss, which also incurred the penalty, and now this play. So see how Hawley digs themselves out of this second and long.
Second and 25, it'll be for the Nuggets. Double wing set, man in motion is going to be Tibbetts coming from left to right. Back to pass, Brew, some pressure put on, steps up, finds a receiver. Burkle down right down the middle of the field and in for the score. The pressure put on again in the backfield, but the Nuggets make it look easy as they score on that one. A 34-yard touchdown pass.
That's the way to dig yourself out of second and 20 plus, but great job by Carson Brew as he comes of age here in the quarterback position, which he just started playing this year on the varsity level, but he was able to step up in the pocket. I think his original look on that route was Tibbetts and didn't like what he saw, so he was able to deliver a strike behind the defender and on to Burkle for the touchdown.
What a play there, and yeah, that was much needed after some really good defensive stops. That's a deflator there for the Frazee defense because they were coming up with some really good plays on the defense. Here's the kick is up, and the kick is good. On your Community Co-op scoreboard, the Nuggets increase the lead to 28-0 over Frazee in this Section 8 AA quarterfinal football game from Hawley tonight on yourliveevent.com.
Harvest season is here, and that means making sure you receive the best uptime for your investment. Genuine AGCO parts from Norman County Implement keeps your equipment running throughout this harvest season and all season long. You get the guaranteed fit and performance that only AGCO parts can deliver. Norman County Implement will keep you going this harvest season with their parts and a service. Thank you for your business from Norman County Implement, Highway 9 North Ada, your authorized AGCO parts dealer.
Welcome back to Dale Scoularwood Athletic Complex. It has a 34-yard touchdown pass from Carson Brew to Sam Burkle, capping off a 4-play drive. That lasted just over a couple of minutes there. The extra point kick was good for Sam Burkle. And a 28-0 lead for the Hawley Nuggets here on yourliveevent.com. Off to a good start here in the third quarter, as Frazee will get their first opportunity at offense here in this second half. This one's a line drive kick that's going to roll into the end zone for a touchback. And that's where Frazee will have it at their own 20-yard line.
Third touchback of the game. I believe that brings the total to 8 for the year for Sam. So he's done a really good job carrying the ball, and he'll also kicks the PATs. Only the one field goal attempt this year, but the kickoffs have, for the vast majority of the season, have done a good job helping the Nuggets keep themselves in good field position defensively to start drives.
And then also a receiving touchdown. He had that receiving touchdown just moments ago that you saw. He's got a rushing touchdown here tonight too, plus those boots on the special team that puts Frazee back on the special teams coverage. New quarterback, Asher Blaine at the quarterback. He'll pitch it out to Tyler Moe, and Moe was not going to see any kind of room there. In fact, he's going to drop back a couple of yards. It'll be a second down and 12.
Great job by Ethan Magnuson at his left end position, containing that play. He actually had two guys on him, and that left that left the hole open to be plugged there by the linebacker, I believe, that got there. But good job by Meggs containing that sweep and forcing the play inside for his linebackers to clean it up.
So Asher Blaine, he's another freshman for Frazee. A couple of freshman quarterback they've got in the rotation. I formation backfield with the receiver, 2 receivers off right. They'll try the little screen pass right side. It's mishandled there by Nagel on the right side, so incomplete pass it will be for Asher Blaine. And that will result in a 3rd down and 12. Just those short passes, it seems like they've had the success, like you mentioned earlier on in the game, Nathan, when they just a quick couple of steps back and then fire away. Otherwise, when you're back there a little bit too long, the pressure by the Hawley Nuggets defense has come up strong with a couple of sacks like we saw, resulting in some big negative yardage in that first half. Handoff goes left side, Mo. Mo pushes his way forward again and charging against about a few tacklers there for the Hawley Nuggets defense. And he's able to gain about 4 yards on the play. It'll be a 4th down and 8.
Now that time was one where Carlisle came up and run support, but the job was done early, even though the tackle wasn't made by the penetration of Cluck and Ockery on the right side of the defensive line there, forcing a stutter step out of the running back.
So 4th and 8 will result in a punting situation. Frazee was able to convert on a fake punt earlier tonight. And a good decision not to go that far as they've got the tough field position. In fact, the Nuggets able to take over at the Frazee 46-yard line with 8:02 to play in the 3rd quarter. So still great field position, and the Nuggets have been able to capitalize on several situations here in this ball game in Frazee territory. In fact, half of their offensive series have started in Frazee territory, 2 back in the first quarter, 1 in the second, and now here in the 3rd quarter they've had at least 1 series in each quarter where they've started in Frazee territory.
Yeah, the punting struggles early really hurt Frazee as far as flipping field position.
High formation backfield with the wing off left side. Handoff goes to the right. This is Burkle, and he's going to be able to gain 8 yards on the play. And that'll make it a 2nd down and 2 for the Nuggets.
Granny in for this series after Brew led the touchdown drive on the last series.
Yeah, and they've been going back and forth as well, getting opportunities to take some snaps here in this playoff game against Frazee. The number 3 versus the number 6, and the Nuggets with a nice 28-0 lead with 7.5 to play 3rd quarter. Walking their way up to the line with the I formation backfield, wing off to the right this time. Handoff goes straight up the middle. This is Tibbetts. Tibbetts is going to push his way forward for that 1st down. He needed about 3 for the first. He got 5 on the play.
Yeah, so that was Tibbetts at fullback and Burkle dotting the I. And that was the same play, I believe, that Derek put the ball on the grass in the first, early in the 1st quarter. So, improvements gained there, tucking the ball away a little tighter, understanding where contact's going to come from, as he's usually either dotting the I or taking the ball from one of those wing positions. So something he's working on here as they advance here, hopefully in the playoffs, where they'll get a few healthy bodies back, but if not, a role that he can take on.
1st and 10 at the Frazee 33-yard line. And we got Ockery taking a few steps forward there on that motion coming across by Burkle. That's going to be a procedure penalty, the 6th of the night for the Nuggets, totaling 35 yards.
Well, they might get on him in film session, but he fired off the line well.
He really did.
Yep.
He was ready to go. 1st down and 15 as the result. Dropping them back. Still great field position here for the Nuggets at the Frazee 38-yard line. And that was one thing Coach Nats talked about before the game, too, was capitalizing on these short field positions, and the Nuggets have done just that here tonight. Granny will take it left side, has to get away from a couple nice spin move there to get away from a few. Burkle had a nice spin move earlier tonight, too, and Granny showing how he can spin and dance his way through some of that defense. As a result, he gets 5 yards. Looked like it was going to be a busted play, but Granny says, I don't think so. I can make it through some of these tacklers anyway and make it a 2nd down and 10.
Difference on Sam's spin moves, he was near the sideline and he didn't get decked. That time the linebacker scraped across, and after Hayden made one guy miss, he met the scraping linebacker there for a relatively large hit there. So
He was willing to take it, though. That was definitely a good run by Grani to get it back to the original line of scrimmage. On a 2nd and 10, Grani will round it right side, looking the pressure put on. He'll charge his way to that sideline, tries to find some room. He's going to be wrapped up and tackled from behind as he falls forward at the 30-yard line. That will gain him a few yards, give him 4 on that play. We'll make it a 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, he never had a real good chance to set his feet or where he was confident to do that, and tucking it and running and getting up to the 30-yard line was a positive gain there for the Nuggets, putting them in 3rd and manageable in a situation with the wind at their back where they'll have 2 plays to try to pick up the 6 yards.
5 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter, and a 28-0 lead for Hawley over Frazee tonight on yourliveevent.com. Double wing back. Coming to the backfield is Tibbetts. Now in motion is Burkle. Handoff goes right side. Tibbetts stumbling his way forward there, and he's able to gain about 6 yards. I think he might be just a little bit short on the 1st down. So a gain of 6 will get him close to that 1st down marker, but just not enough. It'll be a 4th down and 1.
Looks like the field goal unit is coming on here.
Might as well give it a shot, right?
Yeah, Acre's ditching his gloves. Lance Weiss, the senior, who spent most of his year recovering from an injury that happened early in the spring last year, will be the long snapper, and Burkle's going to give it a boot from, what do we got here, 41 yards?
Yeah, that'll be a 41-yard attempt coming up here for Sam Burkle. As they'll get ready with the snap. The hold is going to be fumbled. Burkle takes it himself, and he has to try and get between several defenders that were there on the spot for the Frazee defense. Nagel, one of the first ones there, and that's going to result in a turnover on downs here for the Nuggets.
I really wanted to see what was going to happen if he got his foot into that, because we know Sam's got a powerful leg, and he's been very accurate on point-after attempts. That's the 2nd field goal attempt this year, or at least that they've lined up for. The first one was, I think, a struggle with the snap and the line up front getting through for a block, and this time never got a chance to get the kickoff.
So Frazee will have it at their 26-yard line with 3:56 to play in the 3rd quarter. 1st down and 10, receiver off to the left, I formation, backfield goes to Mo, the 2nd man through. And the Nuggets, a host of Nuggets coming in on that play. Magnuson, one of the first guys there defensively. Tibbetts off of that tackle as well. Good job by the defense of the Nuggets.
Yeah, Carter Haugen at the left corner spot there. He did a great job of containing on that play, and he shed his blocker as he was able to get to first contact, and then Dalton Flayton and others were able to join him.
2nd down and 11. It was a loss of 1 on the play, dropping him back to the 25-yard line. 28-0, Hawley leading Frazee here on yourliveevent.com. Thanks for being with us for our coverage tonight. Section 8AA quarterfinal football from the Dale Scholarud Athletic Complex. Pass is deflected, and getting underneath it was Sam Burkle. We'll see if they trapped it, or I think they say he scooped it up on that play. I think they did.
I don't know if he was blowing the play dead or if he was saying incomplete. It looks like they're changing offense here. So they ran a little reverse pass there where they pitched it to, I believe it was Nagel, and Derek Tibbetts came through free and was able to put the pressure on the pass, get a tip on it before Burkle was able to get the interception.
So Burkle gets the interception. Just gets underneath that ball, diving effort to get it as well. And again, Hawley will have great field position at the Frazee 35-yard line as the beneficiaries of that interception. With 3:08 to play in the 3rd quarter, Nuggets wing off to the right side, I formation backfield. Handoff goes 2nd man through, squirting through with Sam Burkle, and Burkle is going to be stuck there on the play by the defense. That was Daniel Graham. He's been in on some nice stops here tonight defensively for Frazee's defense tonight.
Yeah, I've been really impressed here in the second half on run plays by Frazee's linebacking core. They're still working, scraping across. They've made a few big hits here. Burkle's felt the brunt of most of them, but the Grani play last series as well. So Frazee's still playing hard despite the deficit.
2nd and 7 for the Nuggets. Brew under center. Double wing set. in motion will be Tibbetts. They'll pitch it out right side to him. Tibbetts waits for those blockers to establish and charges his way forward. And he is going to gain about 11 yards on that play. And that will result in another Nugget first down. That is their 4th of the half, 10th of the game.
I love what I've seen this year out of Burkle in a lot of different facets, but one of the things that the whole running back core has done a really good job of, but Burkle especially in the growth in their game, is the willingness to block for others. That time, and we've seen it countless other times, but Burkle was leading that play and throwing his slight body in front of a linebacker and helping Tibbetts to gain an extra 6 or 7.
Tibbetts will come in motion again on this play, handoff straight up the middle this time. It was Jack Ames, and Ames not able to find a whole lot of room there. It's going to be a short gain. They will give him 2 on the forward motion, but that was it. That was his 4th carry tonight for 13 yards.
Yeah, that's a keep him honest play. Keep the defense honest in there. We've been doing a lot of our damage on the edges, and so with ball deception to the fullback. So that's a situation where you keep him honest, see if you can get what you can get out of it, but keep the fullback as a threat.
So 2nd down and 9. Actually, did mark it back to just the 1-yard gain at the 19-yard line, the Frazee 19. Man in motion comes Burkle. They'll hand it off to him. Fake's trying to go in the middle. Looked like he got tripped up there by Tibbetts in front of him, trying to cut back to the outside. And feet got tangled. Was able to gain 2 yards on the play, but that was it.
I think he read the hole a little bit too late there as what he saw develop came, but he was already too committed to his previous read, and as he tried to get outside of Derek there, was tripped up.
So 3rd down and 7 it's going to be for the Nuggets. They get the play call from the sideline here as Carson Brew will bring that into the huddle. Nuggets have held the control of this game the entire way through, other than just a few moments of looked like some shining moments there for the Frazee Hornets, and then ended up being stalling out. Credit the defense of this the Hawley Nuggets. There's a spin move again here by Burkle. Burkle making his way forward, and he's got guys draped around him, and he's still able to keep his footing and keep on going. Gets all the way up to the 10-yard line, and that is going to be a gain of about 10 yards on the play for Sam Burkle.
Yeah, 1st down Burkle there. Tibbetts working hard there, trying to open up that hole and keep him going. Even gave Burkle a little bit of a push there at the end, so another sign of the running backs working hard for each other.
So 1st and goal it's going to be here once we get to the 4th quarter of play. Or are they going to get one more in? No.
Nah, didn't get it off. Didn't look like they were going to throw it anyway. So we'll see what happens here coming in the 4th.
3 quarters in the books on your community co-op scoreboard. Hawley leads Frazee in this Section 8 AA quarterfinal playoff game from Hawley tonight, 28-0 on yourliveevent.com.
Preparation for spring planting all through the growing season and into the long days of harvest. The team at AgriMax is here to help farmers around the Red River Valley with a complete array of services and products. From seed sales to custom aerial and ground application, crop protection products, seed conditioning, crop scouting and consulting, research and crop insurance. AgriMax will help reach every producer's goal, peak profitability. Contact AgriMax in Fisher, Minnesota today at 218-891-2211 or online at agrimaxllc.com.
This is Chris with RDK Enterprises. We have all heard of supply chain issues and the challenges they bring. As the demand for planting equipment increases, we are trying to be as proactive as possible. RDK has secured a supply of precision planting products and maintenance parts for your planter, hopefully minimizing some of these supply chain issues. If you are planning any upgrades, repairs, or maintenance, give us a call. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
There we go, taking over producer duties.
I
like that.
Like I said, I should have figured this out a long time ago. I can help you out.
Twisting those so we can actually have our microphones on. I like that.
I mean, when it comes down to turning a dial, I think I'm qualified.
4th quarter, we begin with a 28-0 lead for the Hawley Nuggets and a 1st down and goal from the Frazee 10. Handoff. Nope, they'll pitch it out to Burkle on the play action there. They'll Yeah, they're going to be stuffed on that play. Trying to get near the line of scrimmage. Might have even lost a yard on that play. So it'll be a 2nd down and goal here for the Nuggets.
Yeah, that pitch was almost into dangerous territory there as the outside linebacker or D-end, whichever, I believe it was the D-end, he read that play. He read the pitch and was coming to take care of the pitch man. I think Carson should have either given that one early or followed his blocker, keeping it himself.
So 2nd down and goal. Right around the 10-yard line, in between the 10 and 11 is where it's going to be placed. The double wing set again here for the Nuggets. With Jack Ames, the fullback, in the backfield. Handoff on the counter. It's going to be Tibbetts. Finds some room, scoots his way forward, dives into the end zone for the score. 10-yard touchdown run for Derek Tibbetts, his 2nd touchdown of the night.
Nice job by Jack Ames leading that play. He was able to get his head on the inside of his of the linebacker there and turn him out so that Tibbetts had a lane to run in, and then Derek did the rest on his own, too big to be brought down by that defensive backfield from Frazee.
So the Nuggets will come on out and try for the extra point attempt with 11-12 to play in the game. Receivers off to each side. They're going to go for the 2-point conversion here with a 34-0 lead over Frazee. Get them set. Back to pass. Brew airs this one out into the end zone, and it's good. 2-point conversion good from Brew to Acri to make it 36-0 on your community co-op scoreboard in favor of the Nuggets over Frazee here tonight. We'll take a break. We're coming back with more from Hawley right after this.
The Rough Grouse Roadhouse is located just east of Island Lake, across from Mershman's Taxidermy. The Roadhouse invites you to stop in before or after the game to eat or just come in and socialize with family and friends. They also have weekly food specials. Just go to their Facebook page and see what their special of the day is, or call 668-2111. Supporting the area students in the classroom as well as in all their extracurricular activities. The Rough Grouse Roadhouse, 5 miles south of Langby on County Road 4.
Getting set for the kickoff. Oh, man. We're slacking here. What's going on?
I was talking to Braden. I was learning things from Mr.
Cameraman and color man talking strategy here during the timeout.
Or commiserating, putting up with you, one of the two.
Yeah, exactly. I'm right in the middle. I can hear you guys. I mean, come on. Just because I have my headset on. Ooh. Oh, my. The kick right off the helmet. And it goes right in to the hands of the special teams of the Nuggets. You don't see that every day.
No, that's...
but we did tonight.
That was a unique one, but credit Ethan Magnuson for getting down the field, doing his job, and recovering the fumble or the accidental onside kick he didn't expect.
Yeah, exactly. They booted that one pretty good, and yeah, just a hard ricochet right off the front of that helmet. And once again, the Nuggets are going to start in Frazee territory at the 32-yard line. Yeah, I have honestly never seen that before. At least not that hard off the helmet. I've seen it off the face mask before on line drive kicks, but...
Well, usually it's in the front line or something
exactly,
like that. You don't necessarily see it down the field. So it definitely caught him by surprise as some of those kicks have been going over his head. So now we're into the two deeps here for Hawley, so we'll try to get a few names out here.
So it will be a Nugget football. Again at the Frazee 30.
So freshman
33.
Yep, freshman Noah Nelson will be taking snaps right now.
The handoff going to go right up the middle, and Nuggets able to gain a few yards on the play. Benjamin Giesland is going to gain a couple yards is what it's going to be. It'll be a 2nd down and 8 here for the Nuggets. So Giesland with the carry.
So sophomore Lucas Skank is at one of the wings, and freshman Zach Liebach is at the other wing right now.
So 2nd and 8 from the Hornets' 31-yard line. They'll get set under center. Noah Nelson will get the snap. He'll take it himself, trying to get to the outside, and he's going to be stopped by the Frazee defense right around the line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play for Noah Nelson.
So we got Hoyt Anderson as a sophomore. He's at the right tight end position here. I know Ryan Spear is out there at tackle. He's a junior. Alex Paulson is out on the line. Caden, I believe Caden Kopacek is at the left tight end. Still short a couple numbers here, but we'll catch up.
Oh, yeah, we will. Yeah, when you get the wholesale changes here pretty much for the Nuggets offense. Tough to get all the numbers in at least right away. 3rd down and 8 it will be for the Nuggets. As the handoff goes, on that left side, is it Liebach? Zach Liebach?
Zach Liebach, yes.
So Liebach, the freshman, is going to get the carry.
Yep, Tyler Geareyes at right guard, and that's Alex Paulson at left guard. So I'm missing my left tackle right now.
So Liebach with a 2-yard gain on that play. Makes it a 4th down and 6 now for the Nuggets offense. Just under 9 minutes to play in the game. Nuggets with a 36-0 lead over Frazee here tonight in this Section 8 AA quarterfinal round. As they'll pitch it out right side, this is going to be Skank. Skank has some nice room there. Goes right into the defense up to the 20-yard line, and that's going to be plenty for that 1st down. He needed about 6 yards, and he got 10 on the play.
Yeah, good run by Lucas Skank there. Good job by Zach Liebach, lead blocking there. And our left tackle is senior Brett Daggett. So we have now got the 11 that are in the game. We now know who they all are.
Skank with that 10-yard gainer. Keeps the drive alive. 1st down and 10 at the Frazee 20-yard line. So they'll keep on bringing it down the field. Nelson under center, man in motion. Gets set in the backfield here in Liebach. They'll hand it off straight up the gut. And Giesland had the carry. Officials were making sure it was him there on that play before they blew it dead. He's going to gain 2 yards to make it a 2nd down and 8.
So we've had a little bit of struggle with the center quarterback combination right now, so they got to work those kinks out. But the ball deception has been good.
Yeah, and getting these guys the opportunity to have some reps here under the lights in a playoff situation is always a good thing to get these young guys some extra snaps. Handoff goes left side. Liebach lost the grip of the ball there as he was trying to switch hands. And the fumble, I think, is going to be covered by the white jerseys of those Frazee Hornets. It is.
Yeah, the exchange was good. Liebach was trying to shift it around in his to carry it, and he lost the handle on it. And I did miss one guy out there on the line of scrimmage. We can't forget our center, sophomore Brady Hecker, was out there, 55.
All right, there we go. Got all the names in. That's the main point right there. Get the names of the kids that are getting the opportunities here in this ball game. It's going to be 16-yard line is where Frazee's going to have it with 6:53 remaining.
Got a few clean jerseys out there on defense now, too. Leighton Lester, number 8, will be out there. He's played a little on special teams. And Carson Kopacek is at a safety position, number 4.
Yeah, so some new faces out there on the defense as well. So 1st down and 10 from the Frazee 16-yard line. Faking the pass down the field. They have a receiver, but just a little bit overthrown there off that far side. George Flynn was the intended receiver from Asher Blaine, incomplete. But a good route there on that play for the Hornets, just couldn't connect.
Yeah, he had number 18 beat there. I won't say who raises that kid, but they're going to have the wind at their back, so they're going to have an opportunity to throw the ball, and the defense is going to have to adjust and make sure that they are assignment sound.
He's got the same last name as you, actually. Number 18.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Nope, that's it.
Brevin's the first name, so 2nd and 10. Handoff goes straight up the middle, and it's going to be a tackle there right near the line of scrimmage. Falling forward for a gain of about 4 yards on the play is going to be Tyler Moe.
Sam Cluck did a good job there keeping his, or needing to be blocked, I should say, and did not let that offensive lineman get off him, allowing Lucas Skank to come in, fill the hole, and make the play.
So 3rd and 6 it'll be for the Hornets. They'll split a receiver off to that right side. A wing off that right side as well with the I formation backfield. Handoff coming from the man in motion. That is going to be Nagel. He came from that wing position. He's got plenty of room for that 1st down. In fact, extends it about 4 yards beyond that. Gets a gain of 12 on the play.
I like that play. I wish we'd have seen it a little earlier, but we haven't seen that. Nagel got in on most of the action through the air, but he's so far been their most dynamic playmaker, and getting the ball in his hands in a variety of ways helps that Frazee offense.
That was the first Frazee first down of the second half, 8th of the ball game. They've got a first down and 10 from their own 34-yard line. Handoff is going to go straight up the gut again here into a host of Nuggets. Majority of them right there clogging things up, but he's able to push his way forward off those lead blocks and gain 5 yards as the result was Tyler Moe. So 2nd and 5 it will be for this Frazee offense at their own 39-yard line. Official timeout here. Might have been an equipment malfunction there for one of the Frazee players.
Senior Ethan Ostrowski now into the defensive backfield as he just subbed into the game here with, 2nd and 5.
And Zach Longfors came in on the Frazee side in place of Danny Graham, who marched off the field there. Receiver off to the right again with the wing over there too. Handoff goes in the backfield to Moe, and Moe is going to push his way forward for a gain of 6. And that will be, or was it, it was just enough for that first down. I was going to say, I thought he landed on the other side of that first down marker, so a gain of 6 for Moe.
I thought he had it too, but we know with 3:30 to go in this game at 36-0, there's going to be no measurements.
No. Just keep on rolling as the Nuggets will get the opportunity to play another day. That'll be on Saturday at 2 o'clock against Pelican Rapids, the number 2 seed. And Barnesville awaits their opponent, either Warroad or Crookston in the other side of the bracket. Handoff right up the middle. A collaboration of some Nuggets there on that left side of the defense after a gain of a couple on the play for Moe.
Yeah, Alex Paulson and Ryan Spear there.
We'll make it a 2nd down and 8, under 3 minutes to play in the game. Stay tuned after our game, our post-game report. We'll go through the stats of this one. Name our player of the game, brought to you by Enbridge. That'll be on the way as well. On a 2nd down and 8 here for Frazee. Asher Blaine will hand it off and met in the backfield. Nice defensive penetration there by the Nuggets defense, forcing a 2-yard loss on the play.
Yeah, freshman Blake Bigger, number 72, got there first and had a paw on him, was unable to bring him down, but slowed him up enough to get a gang of Nuggets in there.
So that'll make it a 3rd down and 10 from their 44-yard line. Same set with the receiver off to the right. Wing over on that end as well in the I formation backfield. Dump it out right into the middle and had a receiver. He just kind of looked to there right before he could get the grasp on that ball. Heard somebody coming, some footsteps behind, wanted to see who it was, and lost the look on that ball, lost the focus of it. Incomplete pass as the result. So that'll make it a 4th down situation for Frazee as we near the end of this one, down to 90 seconds remaining. And a 36-0 lead for the Hawley Nuggets. Scored 1 in the first quarter, a couple more in the second. 21-0 they led at halftime. Added 1 more on the board in the third quarter. And another in the early part of this 4th quarter. 4th down and 10, punting situation. Nuggets don't have anybody back. As the wind will be at the back of the punter this time. They've had some mishaps with the punts. Line drive punt will take a Frazee bounce beyond the 20-yard line, and it will stop at the 12-yard line. That's where it's going to stop. Win an extra yard for them. So Hawley will have it at their own 12-yard line with 50 seconds remaining, and should just be a kneel or two away from closing out this one and moving on to that next round.
Yep, the Nuggets did a good job. It's never going to be a perfect game. It's never going to be a clean game. Weather's going to come into play. Frazee came willing to play hard today, but Hawley's going to take care of business as they needed to do and survive and advance in the Section 8 AA playoffs.
And Pelican Rapids is actually another team that they have not faced. Only 2 section opponents this year. That was Crookston in week 2. And Barnesville in that final week last week. So that's the only opponents that Hawley has faced. Frazee was a similar situation, only a couple opponents that they've faced in the section coming into this one. So some basically some different faces that they're seeing compared to who they've seen during the regular season, at least this year.
Yeah, this didn't used to be too much of a problem in the outstate area. The district scheduling kind of came into play in the metro area with the struggles that some of the bigger, more dominant schools had to fill out a schedule, and so the district scheduling has changed some things in outstate football, and so you don't often, or you're not guaranteed to see your section opponents.
So that makes it a little different look. Regardless, you gotta face them and beat them and to get into those championship games anyway, and that's what the Nuggets will have to do against Pelican Rapids next week, or excuse me, on Saturday. At 2 o'clock will be the kickoff of that game as the kneel down there for the Nuggets, and they'll just have, I don't even know if they'll need one more. No, they won't. Won't need one more. That should do it.
That is some good play clock operating down there.
That is.
Making sure no snap was needed.
So that will do it. Final score on your Community Co-op Lake Park, Detroit Lakes, Mahnomen, Twin Valley, Flum scoreboard. The Hawley Nuggets will win in advance and move on to face Pelican Rapids on Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock with a 36-0 victory over the Frazee Hornets tonight, as the Hornets will end their season with a record of 2-7. Stay tuned. Our post-game report is on the way next on YourLiveEvent.com and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
Harvest is more than the act of reaping what you've sown. It's the culmination of months of hard effort, along with a few weeks of working 24/7 to bring the crop in. At Sesvanderhof, we're continuously working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature, so that you can end each harvest on a high note. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sesvanderhof, a passion that grows.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With over 950 students, the Hawley Public Schools strive to provide a personalized learning experience for each and every one of their students to be the best that they can be. The lessons taught at Hawley Public Schools will stay with students not just throughout their academic career, but through adulthood as well. For more information about the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook at Hawley Nuggets. Good luck, Nuggets, from the Hawley Public Schools.
Cleveguard Apartments, with locations in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead, wish all the area teams the best of luck. Cleveguard Apartments, with locations and apartment complexes in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead. Also with self-storage and commercial rental space in Ada. Cleveguard Apartments. Call Mark at 701-866-7794. Best of luck to all the area teams from Mark and Geraldine at Cleveguard Apartments, with locations in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead. 701-866-7794.
Egg Country offers a wide range of internal growth. If you have a goal in mind and you put your mind to it, your successes can be endless.
There are so many jobs within this company that you can rotate into.
I like challenges. Egg Country gives me challenges.
Yeah, Egg Country is a great place to work. There's plenty of flexibility. You're never tied to your desk. There's a team here that is always there for you.
Yeah, grab your role and run with it, and always be aware of the opportunities because they're in front of you.
In the months of preparation for spring planting, all through the growing season and into the long days of harvest, the team at Agramax is here to help farmers around the Red River Valley with a complete array of services and products. From seed sales to custom aerial and ground application, crop protection products, and more, Agramax will help reach every producer's goal: peak profitability. Contact Agramax in Fisher, Minnesota today at 218-891-2211 or online at agramaxllc.com.
You may read articles that attempt to predict market conditions and returns, but these are impossible to predict. At Bighorn Financial Services, we work hard to educate our clients during the retirement planning process while providing you with a customized strategy that aims to suit your needs. We work hard to give you the confidence you need as you look to the future. Now is a great time to review your accounts, and we'd love to help you along the way. Call me, Kurt Fillion at Bighorn, to set up an appointment. 218-444-8894. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA and SIPC.
For the best selection in new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, stop by Christian Motors, your Chevy and GMC dealer, Highway 32 North in Fertile. With one of the biggest, best selections around and the most competitive prices, it's worth your time to stop and visit the guys and let them put you in a new vehicle. Check out the selection online at christianmotors.com or stop by the lot in Fertile. Proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer. It's Christian Motors in Fertile.
Back here is our post-game report. Victory for the Hawley Nuggets, 36-0 over Frazee here tonight. Let's go through our stats for this one. First off, for the victorious Hawley Nuggets as they move on to play another day, Saturday afternoon. That will be the next one for them. Nuggets in the air, they were 2 for 2. Carson Brew threw both of those, had one touchdown in the air, 72 yards total. As for rushing, they had 40 carries for 226 yards on the ground tonight. Sam Burkle, 15 carries, 63 yards and a touchdown. Derek Tibbetts, 12 carries, 106 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jack Ames with 4 carries, 13 yards. Carson Brew with 1 carry, that was a touchdown, a 16-yard touchdown run for him at quarterback. A couple of carries for Hayden Graney for 9 yards, 2 carries for 4 yards for Benjamin Giesland. Noah Nelson with 1 carry for no yards. It was Zach Liebach with 2 carries for 5 yards, and Lucas Skank 1 carry for 10 yards. 42 total plays for 298 yards of offense in the Nuggets' victory, 36-0 here tonight to improve their record to 5-4 on the year. As for the Frazee Hornets, they were 4 of 10 in the air. Asher Blaine 0 for 4 with an interception. Carter Sonnenberg was 4 of 6 for 39 yards total, so 4 for 10 for 39 yards of offense in the air. They had 31 carries for 80 yards as a team rushing here tonight. Tyler Moe, 24 carries, 85 yards. Jake Nagel, 4 carries, 11 yards. Maxim Rue, 1 carry for -1 yards. And Carter Sonnenberg, 2 carries for -15 yards. 41 total plays of offense, 119 yards here tonight for Frazee in the loss as they end their season, 2-7 with the loss here tonight. As for team totals, penalties, the Nuggets had 6 for 35 yards. It was Frazee, 3 penalties for 20 yards, all in the first half of this game. First downs, the Nuggets had 12 compared to the Hornets' 9. And turnover situation, a couple of fumbles for the Nuggets tonight. 2 fumbles and an interception for a total of 3 for Frazee in the loss here tonight. Some stats for you here in our post-game show. Kurt Fillion and Nathan Stowe are wrapping things up here tonight. And Nuggets did what they needed to do and did a nice job of getting it done and got an opportunity to get in a lot of these younger guys for some reps here in a playoff game tonight, too. That's always a great thing.
Yeah, they got through what they needed to do to get through. I mean, 36-0 win, but looked tonight like everybody came out of tonight's game pretty unscathed, and now they have their opportunities to get a few guys healthy and hopefully back for Saturday that sat tonight out. And, in some cases have sat out the last 2 or 3 weeks. So try to get healthy, try to get right for a big game Saturday down the road at Pelican.
A fun one here tonight in Hawley as they close out their homestand here for 2021 for their football season. As they'll be on the road on Saturday. If they can get a victory there, they'll move on to the Fargo Dome for the Section 8 AA Championship next Friday, November 5th, an 8 o'clock kickoff that evening. We'll take a break. We'll come back, and we'll try and catch up with the head coach of the Nuggets, Peter Natz, after their victory here tonight over Frazee, 36-0 in the 8AA quarterfinal round of high school football. You heard it and saw it live on yourliveevent.com.
Community Co-op provides energy solutions. Farm fuels, lubricants, propane, natural gas are all available to farms, homes, businesses from Community Co-op. They enjoy working with their customers to meet your fuel and energy solutions. Call 1-888-935-2281 for farm fuel pricing, contract programs, farm lubricants, propane pricing, and delivery for farm, home, business, and natural gas service. Community Co-op appreciates the business of all current and new customers.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you. Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And is done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
Rock Solid Concrete. Give them a call at 701-238-4523 to get a free estimate on all your concrete projects. Services provided are, but not limited to, decorative stamp patios, decorative stamp sidewalks, new and replacement driveways and sidewalks, garage, shop, and shed pad floors, and residential and commercial flat work. They would love to sit down with you and find a plan that works best for your projects. Call Rock Solid Concrete at 701-238-4523.
Harvest season is here, and that means making sure you receive the best uptime for your investment. Genuine AGCO parts from Norman County Implement keeps your equipment running throughout this harvest season and all season long. You get the guaranteed fit and performance that only AGCO parts can deliver. Norman County Implement will keep you going this harvest season with their parts and a service. Thank you for your business from Norman County Implement, Highway 9 North Ada, your authorized AGCO parts dealer.
In the months of preparation for spring planting, all through the growing season and into the long days of harvest, the team at AgriMax is here to help farmers around the Red River Valley with a complete array of services and products. From seed sales to custom aerial and ground application, crop protection products, seed conditioning, crop scouting and consulting, research and crop insurance, AgriMax will help reach every producer's goal, peak profitability. Contact AgriMax in Fisher, Minnesota today at 218-891-2211 or online at agrimaxllc.com.
Welcome back to our post-game report. Victory for the Hawley Nuggets, 36-0 to move on and play another day as they defeat Frazee here tonight. Post-game coaches' comments. Peter Natz, head coach of the Nuggets, joining us after the victory here in the section quarterfinals and move on to the semifinals on Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock against Pelican Rapids. But one game at a time. We focused on this one here tonight, the Frazee Hornets, and you guys did a very nice job just balancing out. Everybody did what they needed to do here to come away with a nice victory.
Yeah, one of the things we talked about at the post-game huddle was that when we tell you in August that every single one of you has a role on this football team, tonight shows that perfectly. And the last 2 weeks of games shows that perfectly as well, because we had a lot of kids playing, not out of position, but playing more than they had before, and just out of necessity. And it's not that they're not good football players. It's just that we've got kids that are better than they are, and the situation hadn't been presented. So, but our kids stepped up tonight. We played well all the way around. We did slide the ball around a little bit, let that go around, didn't take good care of the football, but it didn't seem to hurt us too bad. But we definitely have to clean that up moving on.
Yeah, absolutely. But like you say, just some good things. I know when we talked before the game here tonight with so many different adjustments, so many different changes, the guys, I mean, it didn't seem to rattle them at all. I mean, they stepped on the field and they just kind of, whatever my job is tonight, I need to come out here and do it. And that's a fun thing to see when your guys can do that and adjust on the fly like that.
Well, they know we have confidence in them. We show them that by having them out there and give them the reps that they get. And it was just a great effort all the way around. Our defense played well for the most part. When we did things the right way, good things happened. When we took a play off, or if we didn't use the right technique, then we got knocked around a little bit. But when we do things the right way, good things happen. And we just, that's part of high school sports. And just keep after them, keep talking about doing the little things, and the keep playing well and keep improving. The wins will come, and the success comes with that. So as long as we keep working, we got a couple quick days turn around here again to go to Pelican and play. So we got to get home and get some work done tonight and get after it tomorrow too.
Sounds good. And I know in the very start of this game, Frazee had the first offensive series there, started moving the football and doing some really nice things. But once you guys buckled down, had some really nice stops from that point on, a couple of 3-and-outs that you forced after that situation. And it seemed like, I don't know if they had any, I'm sure there's some jitters, especially for the seniors that are out there, knowing that this could be the last game. But it seemed like they really calmed down after that. I don't know what it was. That just kind of, at some point after about 5 or 6 plays, they just really seemed to calm down.
Yeah, because they had some nice plays, and they had a nice drive going there, and I was like, okay, this might turn into what I feared most, just a slugfest. And they punched us in the mouth a few times, and then we just settled down and started to get back into doing things the right way with staying low, using technique and footwork and stuff. And then it, like you said, made a couple stops, and then it just it snowballed for us after that. So I'm very impressed with the effort tonight. Shut these guys out tonight. I didn't think that was going to happen. I didn't think that we would have 36 points on the board tonight either. So I'm impressed with how our kids played tonight.
The other thing, too, that we had mentioned here, and you had many opportunities of it, was field position. It seemed like it was over half the times that you started on Frazee's side off of those punts or just short field in those situations. That was a crucial part, too, where you didn't have to go as far on those opportunities, and they took advantage of those points, too.
We did. We left a couple drives out there, though, too, because with all those short fields, like you said, the sudden change opportunities, we only had 21 points at the halftime, too. So could have had at least one more, if not 2 more, where we didn't complete everything the way we should have. But all in all, hey, we survived in advance. That was our motto for tonight: survive in advance. Patchwork quilt of players, MASH unit team. We've got guys missing for all sorts of reasons, and the rest of our teammates stood up, took advantage of their opportunity, and played well.
You got Pelican Rapids, another team in the section you haven't seen this year, but a quality program. They're obviously putting some great things together over there in Pelican. Have you seen anything on them for this year or no?
Just a little bit from seeing them play against other teams that we've played.
Okay.
So haven't put any time into studying or drawing things up or game planning. We just know that they snap the ball back to the quarterback, and there's not a pass they can't throw, and ain't a pass that they don't like. So bring a warm chair and a comfortable seat, because it'll be a long afternoon.
All right. And they got to be ready on their toes in the backfield, is what you're saying too. Those defensive backs got to be ready for those passes.
Absolutely. We've got. Oh, hello.
Oh,
we've got.
Somebody throwing a bag at us.
We've got some time. We've got a few days to get ready, so it'll be work days coming up, and that's what we got to do. This is playoff time. I love playoffs. Let's go.
Absolutely. Yeah. One and done, and that's what it ends up being, or survive and advance. And the latter of the two is the better.
Always is. It always is, man. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. Peter Natz, head coach of Hawley, joining us here after the victory, 36-0, and good luck to you guys on Saturday as well.
All right, sweet. Your live event, fabulous product that you guys put out, and keep up the good work, guys.
Thank you very much.
We're big fans of R&J.
All right.
Take care, guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Peter Natz joining us here after the victory on Tuesday night. 36-0 over Frazee to move on and survive another round. And they face Pelican Rapids at 2 o'clock on Saturday. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We will name our star of the game, brought to you by Enbridge. It's on the way next on yourliveevent.com.
This is Chris with RDK Enterprises. We have all heard of supply chain issues and the challenges they bring. As the demand for planting equipment increases, we are trying to be as proactive as possible. RDK has secured a supply of precision planting products and maintenance parts for your planter, hopefully minimizing some of these supply chain issues. If you are planning any upgrades, repairs, or maintenance, give us a call. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
The Rough Grouse Roadhouse is located just east of Island Lake, across from Mershman's Taxidermy. The Roadhouse invites you to stop in before or after the game to eat or just come in and socialize with family and friends. They also have weekly food specials. Just go to their Facebook page and see what their special of the day is, or call 668-2111. Supporting the area students in the classroom as well as in all their extracurricular activities. The Rough Grouse Roadhouse, 5 miles south of Langby on County Road 4.
Let's name our star of the game, brought to you by Enbridge. Part of our post-game report here tonight. And like I say, this is a very balanced attack that the Nuggets had here in the victory. So it's hard to come up with one particular player. But I thought one that did a few things on the offensive side here that led the way in rushing, had 12 carries, 106 yards, and 2 touchdowns. But the more important thing on some of those rushes, it's not just the way that you run. It's not just running hard and getting those yards and getting the touchdowns. It's the way you do it. And I felt Derek Tibbetts did a really nice job of being patient in the backfield, waiting for his blocks to establish, and kind of gearing his run towards how those blocks were being set in front of him. I thought he did a really nice job of that here tonight. And just executed well in the offense, as it shows in the stats. 12 carries, 106 yards, and the 2 touchdowns. Derek Tibbetts going to be our star of the game, brought to you by Enbridge, in the victory for the Hawley Nuggets to move on to that next round against Pelican Rapids on Saturday afternoon. So congratulations to Derek and his teammates, the Hawley Nuggets, as they get another opportunity to perform in the Section 8 AA tournament in the semifinals against the number 2 seed. That will be, again, a 2 o'clock game over in Pelican on Saturday afternoon. That'll wrap things up from Dale Scholarwood Athletic Complex. We appreciate you tuning in and watching the action tonight on the live stream of yourliveevent.com. It's made possible by the sponsors that you've heard and seen throughout the night. We ask that you patronize them at the very least. Tell them thank you when you get the opportunity to see them. Also, thanks to Nathan Stoa, my color commentator, once again here tonight, working well as a team overall, along with Braden Aldinger, our video man for tonight, doing an excellent job for us, as he always does, too, part of Hawley High School. Signing off from Dale Scholarwood Athletic Complex in Hawley, where the Nuggets survive and advance with a 36-0 victory over Frazee, ending their season here tonight. I'm Kurt Philly, and have a great night, everyone, and we'll hopefully get a chance to see you again during the section championship.